I wish anyone luck delivering me food in any fashion.
You
live on
Oh
a
yeah,
mountain?
never mind. Well, I mean, no, but it would be easier to get
I
to the
mean, it's
top of a
doable,
mountain.
but I'm 15 miles from the nearest town. It's a tiny town.
Yeah, yeah, that's not going to be an easy thing to do for a tourist. So that being said, I will start that look this week and start talking to some
Yeah, I
people.
mean,
Oh,
if a deer shoots and cleans itself on my front porch, then we can talk.
I mean, that can be arranged if I can come out there.
no, because it has to shoot and clean itself, Cup. We've been through this.
I'm a deer, DEAR.
Get
Get
You're
out, get out
endearing.
little
here.
camera.
Hello, potato wife. Hi, welcome. So
God,
we are down one person today, but our very own Rhea has her internet issue. Well, actually, I don't know. Your internet issue's fixed, but she's playing from a hotel today. So dedication there.
TBD.
We will see.
It's hotel
Got that
internet.
Marriott Wi-Fi.
you working? Out of town?
I am.
Grown up stuff.
Being an adult.
Gross.
I do that, but not by choice. So last week, you all got together and decided to go into the house, a large, almost small, like bohemian village in and of itself. It's a large tavern with rooms. Anybody can come stay, and they can drink and eat there. But to get past the illustrious doors in the back that were branded with an emblem, you had to be given the mark. Two of your party has been given the mark after they spent a week working for Twix the Goblin, as he paid you for your job services and gave you a mark so that you could participate in jobs. Having earned enough reputation with the house and having a mark yourself will grant you access to these doors beyond, where Twix informed you all there are a few things. There's like a magical smithy back there. There's a couple shops, and there's the boss's quarters, whose name was Malachite. He said nobody sees Malachite, though. And offered you all the opportunity, since two of you had marks, to pick a job off the job board if you would like to earn some money. After skimming through the jobs, you could read two on the board. One was in an unknown language to y'all. So you found the one that seemed to pay the most, which was a peculiar request for a couple of eggs and maybe some bugs. Having taken the details of the job from Twix, he informed you to go out of the house and look at the building that is kind of built into the hillside. Knock 6 times and open the door, walk straight downstairs. So you did this. The house was completely empty, void of any furniture or other walls. It's just one big open house with a stone staircase that descended. You walked for about 32 minutes down the stairs until it became cavernous, cold, damp, and little droplets of water fell from the natural stone ceilings. You saw a light off in the distance that led you into the room of an odd shop where you saw two figures. One, Quincy. Look, I did it. This is my first time I've done it. That's my first time. Okay, I get a pass. Nikki Foros, as you noticed this creature to be a mind flayer, an illithid, as the scientific name would be called, as well as a rather curious gnome fellow hanging out. Their name here. I got a picture. Let's throw up the picture. I don't think chat got to see the picture from the handout because I didn't have a screen up. So these are people, Bilzu and Sam. So this was Bilzu and Sam. You saw sitting inside this shop. Sam being the mind flayer, Bilzu being the gnome. Sam was reading a book and talked to you all telepathically, whereas Sam was the one who spearheaded the conversation with you all, and Precurious you, Nurse Twiggles. So he sent you out to find these 2 dragon eggs, or he needed 2 dragon eggs, and any bugs that you could find that might be in or around the area, particularly pertaining to the nest. So you managed to go into the nest, snatch a couple of the eggs, very stealthily, might I add. I was very impressed. Good job.
Thank you.
It was very
Appreciate
well
that.
done. So you snatched 2 of the eggs and took off. During your long rest, one of the eggs cracked open, and 3, I believe it was, large 4 bugs, came out and really did a number on you all. Beat the shit out of Nikiforos. But you all prevailed and slept the rest of the night as you are waiting to get to your donkey and cart and back to Perryville, which is where we will start. As you wake up, Dusk Hollow was the last one on watch. Their watch went uninterrupted. So you all have been able to hit the long rest button.
No, both of those are right.
Yeah, I was about to say both of those are correct.
Unattended and uneventful, yes. As you find your bottle of Presticlean, Nikiforos has not been messed with, as they had their own form of prestidigitation. Did Miss dye her hair, or is that? No, she is playing from a hotel tonight, so probably a little different lighting. And yeah, so that's where we'll start. You all wake up. The last thing you did was shove some bugs down into one of the big vials and pick up the egg pieces. So what do y'all do? Oh,
Wake up Rhea, who slept through that nightmare.
Nearly getting eaten by 3 bugs.
it is a fairly pleasant day. The sun is shining overhead. You hear a couple birds chirping loudly in the trees behind you. It doesn't seem to be raining. The ground's still a little soft as you're in this kind of almost rainforest-esque biome, but it's currently not raining.
I would like to insist that we collect what bounties we have left. That's it.
Yeah, so heading back to what was your donkey's name again?
It was Box.
Box,
But-
yes. Box the
Spelled
donkey.
weirdly.
BOCKS.
BOCKS.
No, BOCKX.
Okay, BOCKX.
Hmm.
Box. Box the donkey. So go ahead and you've slept.
Like a shit rapper name.
Go ahead, give me a survival check. I wonder who rolls that.
3,
Like Ray is the obvious.
2. Someone better press it. Okay.
13.
I was
yeah.
trying.
Not me.
Everything is all stop.
With a 13, and you've been through here just the day before. Rain hasn't washed away too much of your trail. As you see the path that you came the previous day, you managed to walk for about an hour and a half until you get to the end of the tree line, where you see a cart. Your cart. Attached to it is a donkey, still hanging out by the tree. Seems to be alive and well. How are you carrying your eggs?
I assume I'm carrying the not intact one
The
carefully in 2 arms. Yeah.
Okay. Who's carrying the still good crystal dragon egg?
Don't everybody jump up at once.
Definitely not Dusk.
I'll carry it.
My animal handling is awful low, so
Oh, so Dusk is like holding up the vial, looking at this dead bug, kind of shaking the glass, looking at it, watching it
I'll
not move.
carry it. It's fine.
So Ray's got the egg. Okay, so you make it back to the cart. What are your plans? Where are you going from here?
head back, turn in.
Head back, turn in.
Straight to Bilzu and Sam?
Absolutely.
All right, easy enough as you know your way around town. No gallivanting in between, just beelining it straight to the house.
Broke as fuck.
Fair. Okay, so just for reference, the egg that you have that is broken has large cracks and shards. All of anything that was liquidy inside of it is no longer. It's dry. It's been eaten, most likely by the bugs that were inside. And yeah, sorry, I was looking for a word. You managed to go up to the house, and oh yeah, the egg. It's not fully intact, so you know it's broken. It's kind of in a couple pieces, cracked. No inside, no juices inside the egg. You make your way to this familiar house. The door rickety, but still on its hinges. You walk up on the familiar front porch. The door is locked.
Knock 6 times.
You hear
I open the door.
all right. You see the inside of this vacant house. Again, no walls, no furniture, no windows. Just a stone staircase that leads downstairs.
We descend. I descend. Others may choose whether or not they descend.
I am following.
I'll follow
you.
along.
Wunderbar.
Okay, so you make your way down. Again, it's about 35 minutes of walking down as the temperature slowly gets cooler and cooler. The cobblestone turns to coarse natural stone as the incline breaks off and you stop the descent and you walk forward. You see again ahead of you the familiar light blaring against the side of the tunnel wall. The door seems to be open, and you hear small chatter from an older voice inside the room.
I listen.
Give me a perception check. 20.
Oh, they're gonna be here. Look, yeah, maybe it killed the last 2 people that went, but 3rd time's a charm.
I'll walk in. 3rd time's a charm indeed.
No! You've returned. Very, very well. Oh, man, I'm not at all surprised. I knew it. You look strong.
He kind of eyes over at Freya and a Taurus.
What do you have for me?
Yes, well, and I'll turn this egg up so he sees the cracked open the part.
Oh, this is...
Your bugs seem to have done a number after we made our escape.
He holds out his hands. Do you give it to him?
Yes.
He takes the broken one and shakes it, sticks his nose up to the hole, sniffs.
It's salvageable, sort of. Okay.
We also have this, and I will motion to Rhea.
Who? Are you
Who
trying
is-
to hide it, or are you holding? It's fairly large, so you know it's kind of like a really large.
I have it
football.
like by my side. It's not really hidden. It's just kind of like I'm tucking it off behind me. I'm not like showcasing it.
Okay, so yeah.
But then he points to me, so I'm like, I slowly pull it out. Like we have this.
Oh, Sam, they've done it.
As he kind of knocks a few bottles over on his desk, and he gets real excited, and he clambers over, you know, putting his almost crawling on top of the desk, reaching out.
You don't
Like,
get it.
Go payment. Okay, so it was 200 for 2 eggs. That means 100 per egg. This one's broken. I'll still give you 150 for the full one and the broken
200.
one.
No, 200.
Oh, I need the juices.
I'll kind of suggest you to Dusk and be like, Dusk, give them the bugs.
I'm going to reach over and I'm going to try to take the bugs from Dusk, and Dusk is going to pull it back, and we're going to have this little tug of war.
You said 200 for 2 eggs, or 100 per egg. You never mentioned the condition that they needed to be in.
And you hear in your head that same voice that spoke to you last time. Give me a persuasion check. With it, yeah, no, just regular, yeah.
Damn!
Ooh.
So those are both, yeah, so
No, 175 for the 2.
I
Done.
accept.
No. Okay.
And
Woohoo! Now give it. Give it. And the bug. Oh, the bug is. It's dead.
they took exception to coming alive.
You fit 2 of these in here. I'll give you 100 gold for it. I think I can use them.
That's fair.
So all in all, 275 gold.
Okay.
As he just quickly disregards the bugs, and he holds out the egg.
Oh, oh, Sam, I think we can do it. I promised you, and I told you. Now, everybody, let's see. You want to see? Let's see what it does.
As he snaps both fingers, and you see 3 mage hands pop up kind of around you. One goes and closes the door really quick. He pulls up a chair and sits down as other chairs, the other mage hands kind of push chairs in your direction to give you all a place to sit. As he unravels this leather, it's like it holds the knives and all that. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. But he opens it and it's got a small set of chisels, and he unfurls it as he pulls out a little chisel and a tiny little hammer, and he looks up at you. Are you all sitting down to watch him?
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
lean against the wall. I'm not gonna sit up close, but I'm gonna watch.
Okay. What is a tourist doing?
Oh, I'll sit and watch.
Yeah, he gets very excited, and he's very glad that you are all standing here. As he takes the one that's intact still, and you see him take these tiny little glasses, and he puts them on.
Eyes aren't what they used to be when you're 350 years old.
Tink, 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 tink. He starts chiseling away at one of these little crystal shards as he makes a small hole in this egg. I say small, it's, about that big. As he takes the crystal shard and he puts it inside of a mortar and pestle, and he begins to crush it and grind it down into a crystally powder. And he mixes it into this concoction, this deep purple concoction he has sitting in front of him in a glass vial. As he pours the powder inside, and you see it begin to bubble inside of the vial as the deep purple turns into a very lime green color. He takes the now empty mortar and pestle and he pours the egg into it a little bit. As you see this just plop of that white, the whites basically of the egg, as it plops into this mortar and pestle, and he begins to just take that pestle and just swirl it and mix it all up real good. So he pours a couple of leaves and powdered ingredients sitting around his desk inside, and mixes it all together real good and holds it up over the vial as he begins to pour it into the potion. And it slurps down much like cracking an egg would, as it's just and plops inside. As this bubbling concoction begins to steam, the entire room gets filled with a fog. It's not hot enough to burn you, but the temperature definitely warms up as you hear him,
Oh, no. Let's see, it's the moment of truth, Sam.
as the whole room, you can't see in front of you, is just completely full of fog. But it slowly dies down. You remember last time you heard an explosion when you were leaving. As the fog clears and he's holding up this bright pink potion.
Ooh. It didn't blow up this time, Sam.
Ooh. And he kind of moves his tongue over one of his standalone teeth and shifts it back over to the side like it was about to fall out. He hands the potion to Sam.
Try it.
You see Sam take these long, almost slimy, white and purple fingers as he grasps the neck of the bottle. In his other hand, he folds his book, sets it down on the table, uncrosses his leg, and he sits forward as he takes this bottle. Hydration check. And he drinks. You begin to see his skin turn from this pale white and purple color to a kind of a darker caramel almost color as the hood he's wearing kind of falls down around his shoulder. You see his oblong head begin to kind of shrink and become more of an oval, more of a human shape, as his beady little gold eyes suddenly flash as the black now turned white, and you see an iris and a pupil as his eyes turn green, very human looking. His fingers bend and creak inward as they get smaller. The fingernails retract as it looks now almost like he has human fingers with well-kept fingernails. His skin no longer slimy, no longer purple. He grows eyebrows, a nose. The hair begins to sprout off the top of his head, dark black. And down some of his tentacles, you see a curly or black hair begin to kind of grow. As you watch this transformation, you see Bilzu just staring intently at Sam. All these changes take, this is over the course of a few minutes, but you stop seeing changes as Bilzu begins to get a little uncomfortable, a little anxious. His excited expression starts fading to annoyance, then to sadness. After a few minutes, anger, as he grabs a bottle, empty bottle off his desk, and he throws it against the wall. You hear him. Do any of y'all speak Gnomish?
Oh? No.
As he begins to spout what you can only assume are profanities in a language you don't understand. As he grows angry, and I guess you really don't need to check. It looks like Sam is almost turned human, but he doesn't have a mouth. He still has these long tentacles protruding from underneath this newly formed nose. It's no longer the skin of a mind flayer, but instead the skin of a very dark complected human. Facial hair attempted to grow along the tentacles, so a couple of the tentacles are just curly black hair growing off of them, where it should have been a beard. As you see his eyes blink, and he leans back in his chair, throws a leg up over another one, picks up his book, and he opens it. Flicks to the page he was reading. As Bilzu looks over at you, angry, cussing, he's finally calmed down, and he puts his head in his hands.
Was there something you missed?
Of course there's something I've missed. Does that look like a success?
If you're, by success, you mean creating a crossbred abominations and Dr. Nobel Prize.
Of course, I'm not trying to...
It was a joke, I'm sorry.
Smart asses everywhere, smart asses. Ah. You did nothing wrong. It's my own failures. I'm sorry, Sam.
As you've seen this fellow twice now, and every time he's had an energetic vibe. His face has been, whereas he's quite ugly. He's missing a whole bunch of teeth, and the ones that he has constantly fall to the side, and he pushes them back in place. They're dirty and stained. He's got holes and stuff on his skin. He's very old, and he hangs out with rats all day. And a mind flayer. He's not in the best of hygiene. As he kind of looks at you.
I'm trying to fulfill a promise. I know you've done your job, but I know what I'm missing. I've been trying to avoid this particular ingredient, hoping I could work around it. But I need this.
As for the first time, you see his face just somber.
Please help me.
You can't take shortcuts, Doc. What do you need us to get?
I need a plant.
As you see a tear kind of pull up under his left eye.
I will, Sam. I promise. I need a plant. It's called...
Yeah.
It's called Slumbering Annie.
You're telling me that a freaking dragon egg was easier to get than a plant?
Yes. The thing is, I know where... I think I know where a plant is. I'll be honest with you. It's in town. The person who would likely have it is in town. But it's very illegal.
I'm gonna perk up at that.
Give me a history check. Anybody who wants to discern whether they've heard of this plant or not.
Is it from the... Oh, never mind. Nope. Just a minute.
14, a 14, and an 11. So, you don't know Nikki, but a Taurus, you and Rhea, very grew up in nature. You know about this plant, and a Taurus. Your father has likely dabbled with this plant a few times. So this is a very volatile plant. When it sits in oxygen, it has to be sealed off from oxygen. When it sits in oxygen for more than a couple minutes, it melts into an acidic, like kind of acid. After the acid calms and hardens, it's crushed up and smoked or snorted. It's a hard drug, known to give hallucinogenic properties and very unorthodox medical treatment as well for some things.
Pseudo-medical.
Yes, very holistic, under the table. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
What's this called again?
And what's the pay?
Slumbering Annie.
I don't... My gold is a little on the short end, but...
You just had us rob a dragon's nest. If this is more difficult than that...
going into... Yeah, well, you can die from the dragon, yes.
Yes?
But...
Very insightful. I can see how your knowledge has taken you so far.
Robbing people comes in a different form of danger. Especially when it's Dr. Fuego.
Dr. Fuego? Dr. Fire.
So, this is important to me. I don't have much left. I've given you all my money. Everything that I have. Everything that I own, I will put towards this venture. I'll let you have... You can have two of these.
And
Two of these thing here.
And he starts pulling out these boxes from underneath his desk. And you see as he opens up one of the boxes, it's got a pair of slippers in it. They're dark purple and blue slippers, and they've kind of got this large spider web decor on them. And then, not actual spider webs, just the decor. Almost like he's a fan of Spider-Man. And then
Spider-Man
you
slippery.
see he's a Spider-Man fan.
That doesn't seem to.
He pulls out a wand, and it's got an ivory handle. Swirling around it is silver, spun around the ivory, and at the head of it is a spider with kind of silvery spider legs and a red spider body.
You can have these. If they're valuable, very valuable. But we can't keep hiding.
Sensing a theme here. Question. Are we able to just find Slumbering Annie out in the wilderness? Like if we were to forage for it, or is this something that we would not?
It's possible. It is native to more, I believe, more temperate climates, such as you would find down here.
As I'm from Castle Terra, would it be? Oh wait, I don't know what the plant is, so I wouldn't know how to draw that information. Never mind.
Correct.
You likely could. I don't know where you could find it, or I don't know how to find it. I also don't know how to harvest it or when it becomes acidic. It's a process that people smarter than me, alchemists smarter than myself, mess with. The only reason I think that Dr. Fuego is likely gonna have it is because he has permission to
Describe it.
he has not prescribe it, but he's allowed a certain bit of leniency when it comes to his experiments.
Now, you just said that you do not know how it behaves or how to get it to behave in the way you want. Am I to understand that you are not after the flower, you are after the acidic compound that it produces?
I need it, I believe, when it combusts.
And you see Sam lean over and look, and now one of his eyes has gone back to dark black with a small golden bead, and the other one is still a bright green human eye as he looks over and at Bilzu like he's what?
If we were to get this plant for you, would we also need to go back and get another dragon egg for you? Is this like a whole project?
I think I can still use what I have.
As he sloshes around the big egg.
Got it.
This is
One
very
final question.
important.
Well, two final questions. One is, forgive me if I do not, and I'll roll one of my hooves, see slippers as a valuable commodity. I noticed that, well, we all noticed pretty vividly that you have a knack for potion brewing.
Yes, I was the foremost. Well, it doesn't matter what I did. Yes, I am.
Throw 2 health potions onto the deal, and I make you my promise that I will get it for you or die trying.
You see him put his hands in his head, and he shakes his head yes, but he's avoiding eye contact with you. As you kind of
I don't know if I trust his response.
give me a perception
I
check.
hate these headphones. I want to whisper,
I
but I
was-
can't.
I was saying that to Nikki.
I know, and I tried whispering back, but my headphones will fucking pick it up. What you said? You want me to give you a nature check?
No, y'all give me a perception check.
Oh, perception
Oh,
check.
perception.
Nice.
Is it Taurus?
Sure. Let's see here. Perception.
All right. So Nikki,
Wow.
it sounds like he's crying.
Did I strike a nerve?
No. We're just very close. And I hope we have enough time.
We will make haste. I leave. I turn to leave.
Where can we find the Dr. Fuego?
Oh, that was the second question. Fuck, I already left.
I'll ask because I'm still there as you're marching out.
As he wipes his eyes, got a couple trails of tears coming down his face, and he leans over and he kind of puts his hand on Sam's got one of his hands sitting on the desk and the other one's reading the book. He puts his hand on top of Sam's, and
See, I promise you that we will get out of here. You can find Dr. Fuego in the Emerald Ward. I found him when I was meandering about up top. And I think that would be your best bet. He resides in the Emerald Ward, just north of... Shit, what is that word? Yeah,
Pull up your map.
yeah, just north of the shipyard. Just north of here. You're in Old Town. So just across the wall in the Emerald Ward. He has a large building. It's the largest on the block. It's a little ornate. There
I need
those
to go AFK for just a moment.
Fire Ganassis are... He likes to bedazzle things and gems and jewels, and he's fancy. Whatever. So you can find it on the corner of Flame Rot Street.
We'll do what we can. Thank you.
Thank you. No. No. No, go.
I ignore the crying and just walk out.
I will follow Red.
Here, sir.
as he tries to catch a Taurus as he's walking out.
Yeah.
Here. Go ahead and give them to your friend.
As he hands you the 2 health potions.
Oh, thank you. Of course.
Please.
I will catch up to Nikki on the way out from the potions.
I was walking slow. I gotta focus a little more with the clip clopping upstairs. So do you relay the information, Freya?
Yes. Well, apparently
Excellent.
we need to head to the Emerald Ward and look for an ornate building. Largest
Excellent.
on the block.
As for your concerns with his intentions, I think I agree with you, but Sam does not behave like any mind flayer I have read about. I'm starting to believe that maybe, whatever it is a victim.
Oh, I was concerned that he wasn't going to make the health potions, but it seems like he already did, so.
What? That's where you chime in, a Taurus.
I will give you the health potions.
Fucking sweet.
Sort of produce them from under my cloak.
Takes it out.
Like as the DM, sometimes you wonder, like, what are these items? What I'm going to put in the world? What are things that my party is going to enjoy? What are some things that they're not going to enjoy? And then you have a blood hunter who only wants health potions, reasonably so, but it's fun.
As we have no healer.
He was essentially our tank.
Yeah.
That's exactly my response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave you instructions on the kind of by the corner of Flame Rot Street. You can find a large house. So in between Old Town and I'm not sure if it looks like Mist and Lord Voltrix are still on the camp screen, but so you've got the Old Town Ward, which is walled off from the rest of the city. You've got the Mid-South Plaza, and it connects directly to the Emerald Ward to the north. So with that in mind, what do y'all? It's early day. It's about 11 o'clock in the bustling town of city of Perryville. So what exactly do you want to do from here?
I feel that time is of the essence. They might want to at least do a scouting mission for this Dr. Fuego.
Is there? Do
Indeed.
you have any plan of attack? Should we just go in there and ask him for this item? Should we have some cover story before we go in there? I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like we should just barge in there and steal it.
I mean, that is usually the purpose of a reconnaissance mission, but a cover story does seem wise.
Maybe one of us could be a
You could simply
patient.
tell him we're doing some work for a client who needs the plant.
Say that again?
We could simply tell him we're doing some work for a client who needs the plant. That would be close enough to the truth.
Do either of you know what sort of applications this plant is used for in the medical field? Do they, Gup?
So the ones who passed, Rhea and Ataurus, you can give me a medicine check.
Can it be a nature check?
Yes, you can give me a nature check for different information. Yes. So, Taurus, you know that it used very unorthodox practice, albeit, but it's used to try to cure some of the more strenuous mental illnesses. And you, Rhea, and you know, Taurus, that it's unorthodox because the people who have, when this was at the height of its use, the people were never the same. Sometimes worse, much worse off than they were before. Almost in a lobotomic state. So, Rhea, you know that this stuff used recreationally in small doses. I mean, you can go on day-long benders of hallucinating. Like it's very potent, and it takes very little of it. It's also very, very illegal. Just being in possession of it is something that will land you serious jail time.
You relay this information.
Yes, I share this with you.
Definitely.
Okay. So it's used to treat mental health patients. I'm going to look down at Dusk Hollow.
Oh, God.
So ideally, if Dusk Hollow just bees themselves, we have a patient.
Bees themselves.
It's your
An
people's
interesting
language.
enough cover.
Duskcolor just kind of looks over at you all, very curious, and shrugs their shoulders.
I think that's actually a really good idea. Do we all want to go, or do maybe Nikki? Do you want to go in so that if it doesn't work?
Given that we both originate from the Feywilds, I think it would be most believable that I would bring them in. So if you would like to wait outside, I will see if I can pull off this miracle. Isn't that right, Duskhollow?
Sound.
And if it doesn't, while you're doing that, Taurus, why don't you and I walk around the building and look for like alternative entrances, just in case it doesn't work out and we need to break in later?
That's smart. This is a good
A
plan.
wise plan.
Alright, so where did he say it was? He said it was in the shipping something?
The Emerald Ward. So the Emerald Ward is the ward that is basically the Chinatown of Perryville, but for the largest population of Ganassi in Perryville.
Hmm.
So it's fairly easy to manage your way around that portion of the city, knowing that it's on Flamerot Street. It's strange. So the Earth Genasi in the Emerald Ward live underground in what used to be tombs. They've been fitted. They look inside of the Earth. They have been fitted into very nice, elegant houses. Then you have the Water Genasi who live in a very teal painted area of the city. The Fire Genasi live in the southernmost red buildings.
No air.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah, they also have their there are less air
They just live in the
Genasis.
air.
No, they live. It just kind of looks just like a more elegant part of the city. They have really nice buildings of earthy colors, but there are significantly fewer air Genasi in Perryville than there are the others.
What happens if a fire Genasi falls in love with a water Genasi and they move into their own house? Is it like a greenish purple roof?
Have you ever seen West Side Story? No.
All right. Questions for later. So the plan is we're gonna walk up. Dusk Hollow and I are gonna go inside. I'm going to pretend that Dusk Hollow is my mentally ill cohort, and the other two are going to
Pretend?
Okay, well, I'm going to introduce Dusk Hollow as my mentally ill cohort.
Easiest acting ever.
The other two are going to do reconnaissance around the building and use their own volition from there that I cannot stop them from.
This is PC,
We're
right? Okay.
We're just gonna scout the area. We're not gonna do anything more than that.
Trust me, it was PC. The number of words I had to go through to find that sentence.
Okay. Good. All right. Cool. Right. Okay. So, all right. So you make your way north downtown and through the Mid-South Plaza, which is a very middle-class area of Perryville. Shops are modest. Houses are not large, but adequate. It's not poverty-stricken, but it's definitely not the nicest place you've seen in Perryville. And I think this is your first time actually traveling through there. A couple inns, a couple taverns along the way. Like I said, a multitude of different shops. As you make your way past the Mid-South Plaza, you see these tall, large, elegant stonework buildings. Deep red bricks, large peaked roofs, and yeah, you can tell you're in a different caliber of town. So as you proceed on, there are a few roads ahead of you. You go ahead and give me just a general. Somebody give me a general wisdom roll. D20 plus wisdom. Any one of you. Who's the wisest? A Taurus with an 11.
Not me.
You walk around this 5-ish blocks of area of city. Takes you about an hour, but you eventually find this road, this wooden sign along the corner of the road that says Flame Rot, and an arrow kind of pointing to the left as you know you're now in that town. A few things on this road. You see a few houses, a couple stores, and a wagon that seems like it's relatively permanently posted up along the side of the road, peddling out different sweets. And we'll go ahead and move to a map. And we'll start you off in the front of the map. What did you do with Cart and Donkey? Is Cart and Donkey with you? Are you traveling via Cart and Donkey? How many times can I say Cart and Donkey?
It's box and cart.
At least 6,
Box and cart,
apparently.
yes. Okay, box and cart. Nikki, I'm learning now is frozen, and that
Yeah.
face that Nikki is making is priceless.
I would assume
I'm
that
gonna
we brought
screenshot that.
box and cart with us to travel through town.
Okay, I screenshotted that.
Yeah,
That's
just in case we
hilarious.
needed to beat a hasty retreat.
Also, because we're probably too lazy to walk through town.
With vehicle, I'll cut that time in about half. So you were able to make it through
Oh,
the
wait,
town in
did I
about 30
just
minutes.
freeze?
No? Can you hear me? Oh, we lost to Nikki.
Oh,
All right,
There goes one.
there goes one.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good. So we've lost to
What
Nikki.
the hell's going on when my internet is the most stable?
Yeah, out in the boonies, your internet is the best. Okay, we will wait for Nikki to show up in the meantime. There. Okay. Yeah, you take box and cart up to the. Oh, I finished putting your tokens on there.
I do
It's
not.
like
own
if
a
any of us
token.
retires and opens a pub, it has to be called the Box and Cart
I like it.
and spelled that way.
I'm back.
Hello?
Welcome
Hello.
back. Hello. We were just figuring out what y'all were doing with box and cart, and Ray said that y'all would have rode box and cart through the town.
Absolutely.
So that cut your time in half since you have a vehicle and no donkey. All right, so you managed to find yourself in front of this very large building. So the roads here are of multicolored cobblestone. There is about a 3-foot tall stone fence that lines each side of the road, covered in hedges, shrubbery, up and down it. Different various buildings lie around, but this one stands out to you the most as it has a wooden sign hanging off the front porch that says Dr. Fuegos. And
I don't see my token.
you don't see your token. I see your token.
Oh, God.
Maybe refresh.
I'll refresh and see if that takes an hour.
So as you look upon this building, you see a couple of nice rose bushes underneath and beside this wooden balcony, this wooden front porch, as stairs ascend up into this very elegant redwood door.
Is Dusk Hollow's token here?
Yes, it is. There.
Okay.
Still emitting purple light, by the way.
Of course.
Duskhollow has a permanent glow of pink and purple.
It just adds to the crazy. It's okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
I like it.
Here we go.
So what is so you had a plan. What is a Taurus and Rhea doing in this endeavor?
My map has not loaded yet, so I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but a black screen. So I'm just gonna.
I would imagine. I am also looking at a black screen. I would imagine just for starting, we would just sort of skirt around like the street outside the house.
Okay.
Perform the path of the trailer park girls.
So you
While you guys walk towards the front door, I'm just gonna say me and a Taurus are just gonna discreetly keep walking past the front of the building.
Okay.
Like we don't know you guys. Like peace.
So you can continue to walk. The stone kind of walkway, or the stone wall and the hedges would be, you would have to climb over them to get in and around the house. So there is a couple houses before you get, in the area. So you're looking at a house on your left, which is Dr. Fuegos, and there's another house up ahead and another house on the other side of it. To get around the house, you would have to walk through their yard. To do so, you would have to climb over this stone wall and these hedges. However, up by the sweets cart, there is a break in the wall that looks like it is used to, get in and out of the cart, in and out of the little sweets wagon.
So perhaps once Nikki is inside with Dusk Hollow, I will make my way towards that break in the wall,
Okay.
and I'll wait until they're inside, and that's when I would hop the little fence at that little intersection. But I'm gonna wait until obviously they're inside the building and perhaps eyes are not on us.
Okay. And then Nikki. And a Taurus is with Rhea, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nikki,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I am going to walk in and attempt to get a meeting with the doctor to look at my mentally disabled partner in crime, who just woke up like this morning and was acting totally normal the day prior.
Okay. Can you see the screen, or is yours
Normal.
all black as well?
I can see the screen. Not
Okay.
right now because I'm walking around looking for my keys for my wife, but yes, it is loaded on my screen.
All right. So you make your way up to the door,
Okay.
and the door is shut.
All right, we found him. The door is shut.
The door is shut.
I mean, I assume it's like any other business and I can just open the door, so I opened the door.
It's locked. But there is a glass pane on the front of the door. Give me either perception or investigation, depend your choice on however you're paying attention.
Investigation.
And that is you said 16. Okay, so you see a fiery red figure walk. So the glass is not crystal clear. It's got that texture on it that makes it hard to see through, but you can still see shapes and general colors. You see a fiery red figure.
It's opaque.
Walk. Yeah, it's opaque. Yes, thank you. As it walks across the living room, and you see it enter another room.
I knock.
Doom, 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 doom,
I
doom.
can see. It's a miracle.
Let's see. There is no answer.
I knock frantically.
Doom, 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 doom. Do you just like nonstop?
Yeah.
Knock frantically?
I'm supposed to be like concerned about my cohort and told about this doctor who can cure mental illness with this miracle drug. I need to see the doctor. So
All right. Let's see. Let me find. Oh. Oh yeah. You hear? Do you hear? Yeah. Okay. After a while, you keep pounding. A good 60 seconds, just doing straight. You get tired, and you keep a steady little knock, and then you speed it up again, and then Dusk Hollow sees what you're doing, and it looks fun. So they take both fists and start drumming on the door too, until finally you hear a door slam from the back of the house, and somebody begins to approach. Stop it! Stop beating on my door! I'm coming! Shit! As he opens the door. What? What do you want?
Dr. Feigl,
Yes?
please, my companion here, she woke up this morning and looked. Her behavior is she's not normal. And I've been told that you specialize in such things. I was wondering if you could help them.
Who told you that I specialize in what?
I just asked around for anybody who would listen, and some passerby told me that you specialize in mental illness and other. What's the word I'm looking for?
Give me,
Afflictions.
Give
inflictions.
How do I want to you're gonna give me a roll. I'm trying to decide if it's give me a deception check.
Yep. So you guys know I have a -1 on all charisma-based checks. So, D.
DC
Make it
14.
hot.
DC 14.
Nope.
Oh, 11. All right. I I don't know who told you this, but I'm a doctor. I'm not a physician.
I'm going to push Dusk Hollow towards him.
What am I to do? Hello, fairy folk. I don't know what you want of me. I don't see patience.
You do not see patience? How am I supposed to deal with this?
I don't know. What do you want? What do you just... I mean, have you tried taking them to the hospital?
They told me about you having some sort of... What kind of... he's a physician?
What are you asking if he's a physician?
Oh, no, Rhea asked what kind of doctor is he.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I was told that you have some sort of special cure, some drugs, some magic potion, something that cures the mentally ill.
His eyes get really big. That's cocked. Hang on. He kind of grabs you over your shoulder and pulls you inside. You resist.
Hell no.
He shuts the door.
Please, I pull out my coin purse. Please, I'll give you anything.
I don't know what you're talking about. You sound bonkers. You've beat on my door while I was in the middle of something. And you come here asking for drugs.
I'm going to drop to my knees and I'm going to pour out my coin purse. And I'm like, this is the only friends I have in this world. Whatever you have. Anything.
Increasing deception check DC of 16 now. As he looks around at all of his nice things. Oh.
Nice.
Kind of disappointed, but I mean, let's roll it. Yeah.
He starts picking up some of this gold and he's palming it, and you hear the clacks of coins in his hand. Does it look like I need money? This chandelier, as he points out, is worth more than your friend's life. I may have, or may not have, things that could or could not help you.
What is it that you deal in?
But I am afraid to disappoint you, that I have nothing that I can give you. Now, I'll be a kind soul, and I won't call the cops. For your sake. I believe your friend really needs some help. Is that drool? Here. And he hands a handkerchief over to Dusk Hollow, who's kind of playing along at this point and just trying to look ill while its face, and then keeps the handkerchief. But I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to give you.
I'm gonna start crying.
If I had drugs here, which I don't, I would help you.
I'm gonna start crying more.
Look, I have things to attend to. So, come into my office.
I'm going to slowly get up.
Oh, it's paused. Sorry, this whole time.
Yep. When he goes around the corner, I'm going to pick up all of my money.
He's still got a handful of it.
How much is a handful? Out of 81 gold, how much does he have?
About 15.
Okay.
He hasn't put it in his pocket, but he's got it in his
Yeah,
hand.
but it's not in mine, so I got to take it out of mine. Okay. And yeah.
Hey, mind you, when you walk inside this house...
You moved Dust Call.
Yeah, I did move Dust Call. You walk into this house. It is very large. It's got some very nice things. It's not overloaded, just full of clutter and junk, but there's a nice sofa set, nice chair, some tables, a really big chandelier open in the front room. As you walk towards his office, you see the kitchen ahead of you. You walk towards the office, you see a dining room with different types of game trophies along the wall, and then he opens the door to his office and ushers you in.
Okay. All right. Do we want to switch over to the other perspective for a moment?
In a second, yes.
Okay.
As he comes up, and as you start to get in the way, he's like, this is my chair, sorry.
Sorry.
Have a seat. So, I don't have drugs that I can give you. I mean, that would get me in trouble. You understand? I don't have a license to practice physician work in Perryville. I'm not that kind of a doctor. But
I will have to find some way to understand. I do not know how this process works.
Perhaps I can give you. Perhaps I can help you nonetheless. I could probably refer to you, or maybe get some lab work done. Here, let me get a blood sample from your friend, and we'll get that checked out.
That's entirely up to Dusk Hollow. I don't know how you want them to react to that. Is he...
Okay. Walks over with a vial and sits down. And then we will go to a Taurus and Rhea. What are y'all doing as you have seen Nikki and Dusk Hollow go inside? Can y'all see the map yet?
Yes, I can see
Yes.
that.
Ah,
I've started to make my way over to the break in the stone fence.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach that area, you see a head pop out of the side of this wagon. Oh, would you like some sweet rolls?
No, I'm good, actually. I was,
Oh,
I thought I saw something in the back woods here. I was gonna go take a quick look.
okay, you sure?
What is the car
no,
called?
no,
Cheesecake
no.
Factory?
Um,
Is that why you don't want the sweet rolls?
It's,
Yes.
What about a chocolate rose?
I'm good. Taurus, you good? Did you want one?
no, thank you. I'm good. I can't seem to move, but
A
I'm
chocolate rose for your lady will go a long way, sir. They love them. As she kind of whispers towards a Taurus.
I'm sure that's true, madam, but I'm not interested.
Oh. What a charmer you are. She goes back into her wagon.
I do.
Out of curiosity, though, while you're here, do you ever notice anything peculiar in the area?
What do you mean? Peculiar
I don't
how?
know. You have such a wonderful area here. I'm sure you get to see all kinds of interesting things on your day today.
Well, yes, the city of Berryville is quite peculiar. There's all kinds of manner of people here. I love it. It's like one big melding pot of different cultures, and it's just fantastic. That's why we moved here ourselves from Berryville. We brought our wagon all the way down here. And this is the most modest of shops that we've been able to manage. One of these days, we'll get an actual stationary building. But our horse died over the winter, and so we're here. So tell your friends, look, we are the Chocolate Rose. That is the name of our store. I say our, but it's mine. My husband has nothing to do with it. He is a lazy sack of shit. But I am trying, and so tell your friends about it. They're delicious, and here, just have one. Maybe marketing. They say you have to spend a copper to gain a copper. Here. And it hands you a chocolate rose. It's just milk chocolate with a pretzel stem in the middle. The stem is a chocolate covered pretzel, and then it's just chocolate in the form of a rose on the top. So it's just chocolate
That
and a pretzel.
sounds amazing. Thank you. Are you always here? Just so I can let everyone know. You're always
Yeah, unfortunately, I am. This is a good place. I would like to go into the Hawk Ward, but I don't have a horse anymore. But I'm saving, and we've almost got there. But the damn horse died. And my lazy husband didn't do shit about it. But that's family matters, not your affair.
first the husbands.
Yes.
But I'm sure you have some wonderful neighbors to really help your business.
Oh yes, the doctor here. He gets treats from time to time when he's gallivanting around town. Oh, and Miss Thornberry over here. She's a delight too, sweet lady.
Thornberry.
Yes.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna pop back there again. I'll tell all of my friends to come visit you, though. Okay?
Sure. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you very kindly. And okay.
All right. I'm gonna scoot.
Leia, if I might, real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As she starts to climb over the wall, I'm going to cast invisibility on her.
Fancy.
Are you being discreet, or are you just flat out casting it?
No, just sort of as she's slipping over the wall, I'll just sort of like tap her and cast invisibility on her.
Is it visual? Is it verbal, somatic, and material, or what are its components? I don't remember.
Question. Let me look.
Because of reasons. Are you just like standing in front of this shopping cart? She's like, I think I see something over here. Invisible!
Ah!
It is ESM, yes.
All right, so you are like invisible. All right. As she looks over, what are you up to?
I'll kind of look at the lady at the car and be like, look over there!
Give me a deception check.
He starts buying chocolate roses from her. You didn't see anything.
You saw nothing. Deception. I am theoretically good at
Oh
those.
my god!
No, I'm not.
7 and you got a 9. I look over where? What do you casting spells in town? Oh, I tell you what, if you buy a few of these sweet rolls I baked today, I didn't see anything.
Sure, why not?
4 of them 8 silver pieces. That is what buys my loyalty.
Tell you what, give me 8 of them and we'll call it even.
Oh! Ooh. I take back what I said. You are charming. Lucky lady. Okay. I don't know what you're up to, but I haven't seen a thing. As she starts, breaks off a bit of pretzel chocolate, snaps and looks the other way. Well,
How much will
So
8 of them
I-
cost me?
16 silver. So the golden 6 silver.
So I'm invisible and going by myself, and you're just staying over here talking to Chocolate Lady.
Yeah, it's a little bit obvious.
Okay. So yeah, you are invisible at the moment. Let's see if anybody else noticed that. How much money can I get out of? You're good. You're good. All right. You think you're good anyway.
Why for a second time in this campaign?
So yeah, what is Rhea doing?
I'm gonna stealthily walk around the building.
Sure. So as you're walking around, you see a few windows. This particular corner that you're by has no window, and until you get kind of over towards the bedroom, there's a wall there. Let me help you out. Okay. And now you can go on forward. There's an odd
Yay.
wall. So as you make your way down the side, you see a room with a window. It looks, she kind of, give me a perception. What's your passive perception, actually?
I gotta get back over to D&D Beyond. Hold on.
Oh, you have one screen. I guess I could help you out there. I could. I used to know. Is it 12, 14?
Where am I at?
Passive perception, left-hand side. Let's see.
It
Passive
is 11.
Okay, never mind. So, this is you pass by a couple of windows, not particularly paying any mind to them. As you come around the corner of the house, you do see a back door. And through the pane of the door, you're able to see like some bags of, can't really tell. There's bags and barrels kind of in front of this door, off against the wall adjacent to the door anyway. But you have found a back door.
Does the door have any windows?
Yeah,
Like,
it's got the
I'm able to
opaque pane. Yeah, it's like from you, it's about
Assuming
chest
it's the
height
floor.
to the top of your head. So it's got these quarter panes on the door. They're opaque.
Can I tell if there's anybody in the room?
Give me an investigation check. You kind of look and listen real close. You don't hear anything.
I want to try the handle on the door, but I don't want to open the door. I just want to see if it's locked or not. Like, turn the handle delicately enough to just see, could I open it but not open it?
So as
Does that make
you
sense?
go to twist the handle ever so quietly and ever so carefully, it's locked, but the door has not been pushed to.
So if I wanted to, I could open the door.
Seems to be.
Can I look around the floor outside to see if there's like a large stick or a large piece of bark or maybe like a rock or anything I could use to kind of wedge in the door?
Yeah, so there's little bits of gravel and like a couple sticks, under by this rose bush to the side that you'd be able to find something. Sure.
Okay, I would like to just wedge the door so that it can't be shut.
Okay. Just trying to put a little stopper in it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
right at the bottom.
Fair enough. Okay. I get it. All right. So yeah, you managed to slide it up under the door a little bit, and give me a sleight of hand. Let's see how sneaky it can be. A well placed, but out of eyesight. 19. All right. So you do this. You manage to find that one of the tiles underneath the door is a little loose, and so you stick kind of underneath the corner of it, lifting up the tile just enough that the door, when it tries to slide over, it doesn't make contact with the door frame. So you think you've done a pretty good job at keeping this door from closing.
Okay. I'm gonna mentally feel like I'm good here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back up front to a Taurus and tell him what I've done, so that I'm not doing this solo mission.
Okay. So you make your way back over to a Taurus.
Wait, can you see a Taurus? I thought you were both invisible.
No, he only cast
They're just
invisible on me.
Yeah, she's the only one
okay.
that's invisible. So at this point, the doctor has held out this vial, and he's actually got two. As he hasn't collected anything yet, but he looks over at you. Honestly, if it's something that is possibly pathogenic or something you contracted from a food you've both eaten, it'd be really best if I maybe got a sample from both of you.
I can assure you that our diets are not compatible.
Diets are not compatible, as in...
Basically, Dusk Hollow eats sweets and bread, and I'm not really good into wheat.
So what if, though this is something that is contagious, what if they have coughed on you, breathed on you? What if this is something you've both handled? What if it is a parasite? What if it is... But yes, so, for the good of everyone. This is terrible. You said they were acting normal yesterday, but perfectly within the confines of their normal personality, and this... the way they're acting, and you see Dusk Hollow's like sitting there in the chair, actively going, nah, like almost like a zombie, like mimicking the zombies that you saw at the Holdford Manor. This is, as you say, not normal for them, but perhaps this is something that you have contracted together. What if this affects you tomorrow? It's what any reasonable scientist would do. I am not a medical doctor, but I am a doctor that is versed in liquids.
I am petrified of needles.
Oh, don't need a needle. As he opens his desk, and there's like a very ornate gold-hilted dagger. As he sets it on the table.
Will you collect Dusk Hollows first?
She kind of draws back.
It would just do me better to see the process and prepare myself mentally.
She goes a little closer with the dagger. Dusk flutters back. I'm not going to... Shit. I'm not going to just take it, of course, if you're not comfortable. Okay, fair enough. But I do have things that I must attend to. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. But I must go. I have a very important meeting. I apologize. Look, I won't tell the cops that you were asking me for drugs. I don't have drugs. So, yes.
I do not understand why you hushed us at the door and brought us inside.
Me either. You piqued my interest, and part of me wanted to help your friend, but looking at this, I don't know how to help with this. They are sputtering like a zombie. As Dusk goes, Baines.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go and kneel down in front of Dusk Hollow. And I'm just going to be like, very, very, very quietly, are you okay? Do you not want to get your blood drawn? And I'm going to wink.
No, I don't. I mean, That's it. I feel like that's an accurate representation
That's
there.
pretty. That's.
Trying to do justice here.
So you're saying that there's nothing you can do? Zero things.
No. You
hesitated. I am not a cop. steals anything.
You have to tell me if you are.
Is that a joke?
A terrible time.
I come
for
to you
jokes,
in my
I'm
hour of need, and you're joking with me.
I am sorry. I am sorry. Insincere of me. But no, you keep asking for jokes. What drug are you wanting?
I don't know. Someone spoke of a... What was it? All I know is it's a flower.
I think we've. I think you might. Yeah. Yes, you need to seek help elsewhere. I must go. Sorry to have wasted your time, and I hope your friend gets better.
You know of it, don't you?
As he stands up. Please, this way.
I'm going to stand. If you do not have it, let me know where I can find it.
I assure you I know not of what you speak.
Tough talk for such a change of temperament, all of a sudden.
I apologize. Sincerely.
I'm going to grab Dusk Hollow's hand and walk to this door. Angry like.
Yeah. He tosses you. He holds out his hand to give you your gold back.
I'll snatch it from him very rude like.
Kind of smirks. Nephew, please. I must go. And is he? You're gonna like this, maybe. He puts his hands over his bald head, and just the flames erupt as he flicks his hands back.
Yeah.
And
You took that from me.
no way. And
Yeah.
he lights his hair, and his eyebrows kind of flare up as he gestures you to the door. What do y'all do?
I am going to tug on Dusk Hollow, and I'm going to side-eye him and say, if you're withholding information from me, I will find out.
Ooh, give me an intimidation check. Continue,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
You're as intimidating as a yapping puppy.
Well, I'll give you
Mhm.
a chance here. Yeah. I'm very sure you will. Please seek professional medical help.
I thought I
For your
was. But there are no professionals here. And I'll walk out
For your friend.
with Dusk Hollow. I can move both of them. I have that power.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, Rhea, by this point, you'll have met up with a Taurus.
Mhm.
And what are you explaining to a Taurus?
Can the sweets lady hear us, or are we far enough away? We're far enough
She
away.
is within normal earshot, but you hear like the clattering of pans and stuff in the cart. And as she like looks over to see and she sees a Taurus, she waves and just
I kind of grab a Taurus by like his shirt and tug him down the road a bit so we're out of hearing range. And I'm like, okay, so here's what the deal is. I walked around the back of the building. There's this door. I could see through, but not well enough, but it's opened, and I jammed it so we can get in, just in case Nikki wasn't successful.
Oh, clever of you.
Hopefully he was successful.
I suppose all we can do is wait and see.
I think he's coming out now.
I'm gonna peek. Did I hear a door close just now?
you see him close and pull out a set of keys and lock his office door as he
Okay.
Walks forward and helps see you to the door.
Through the door. Okay, I'm gonna.
And
Oh, I can't. Oh, it's locked. There we go.
There you go. And he, yeah, just, yeah. Close the door. Here, click, click.
Barnacles.
Give me a. Give me a perception check, Nikki.
Nope.
Okay. Yep. Door locks behind you. You see a Taurus standing against this kind of by the hedge and by the stone wall, and you see just like a slight. You can tell something's tugging on his cloak as he kind of leans in down the road and in a little bit, and then perks back up to normal. But you don't see Rhea.
Wait, a Taurus is over here. I see. You said.
Yes.
I don't see him. Is his token
What do you mean?
on the map?
Down here?
Oh, he's over there. He's
Yes.
over there. There. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I walk out. I give Dusk Hollow a thumbs up. Say, okay, you can be normal again.
They look over at you. Hey. And kind of giggle. And then pops up on your shoulders
All
and
right.
begins braiding your hair.
Well, my friend, how did that go?
He's hiding something, but he's hiding it well. Every mention of the flower caused him distress.
We're going to have to do this the hard way, then, aren't we?
So it would seem.
He
I think we
wanted.
found a way in.
Well, Rhea is currently still invisible, if that's of any help.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm saying
Jesus
as no one
Christ.
can see me.
You hear this familiar voice. Hi. Let's see no Rhea.
So, what do we know? He's
Roughly how long has she been invisible at this point?
About 30 minutes.
How long does it last?
So half through.
Let's say, yeah. By the time y'all get done having your conversation, it'll be 30 minutes. In which case, Dusk Hollow would also lean forward over Nikki's head and inform you that he wanted my blood.
He wanted both of our blood. He was a doctor. He thought he was doing the right thing. But we were trying to get him to do the wrong thing, but it was a complicated conversation.
What's a doctor?
A doctor is someone who heals you when you're sick. Have you ever sneezed before?
She's not paying attention. They're not paying attention to you anymore. They've started braiding your hair again.
Good talk. So he's currently preparing something. I do not know what it is. He was very secretive. All his doors remain locked. He locks them as he
Well,
goes.
Rhea
even
has
when he's-
essentially given us a point of ingress.
Go on.
Right.
The back door to the building is unlocked. I've wedged it open so we can enter again if we need to.
I will have to stand guard outside. He will recognize me. That being said, where is this entry point in? I did not see a door. But then
The
again,
very
we were.
back of the building, I wasn't able to see very clearly through the window, but it looked like there was some kind of crates or bags or something in there.
Ah. It looked like a kitchen from the inside, but we did not go in there. Okay.
Perhaps this time Ray and I should go in.
I'll cover you from the door. Oh, sweet rolls.
Oh, well, aren't you just so precious? Look at you
I will.
Would you like
You
to buy
first.
some sweet
Drop.
rolls?
Taurus, you first. Goddamn.
I will drop concentration on the initial invisibility, and I will begin casting a level 3 invisibility to hit Rhea and me.
Oh. Okay. You go invisible, you walk up to
And while they're chatting,
you
sneak around.
Oh, okay. Y'all, she looks over and she sees you. Invisibility! As for a moment,
It's now canon that I needlessly scream it when I cast it.
they just ever so briefly see Rhea poof, appear and then poof, disappear. Oh, well,
Give me a-
hello,
sorry.
you sweet things, as you approach this vendor cart. Welcome. I'm guessing those people that were not ever here told you about the chocolate rose. Would you like to buy some chocolate roses, or perhaps maybe some sweet rolls, or maybe a buttercreaminette?
I throw 2 silver on the counter and say, I don't know them.
Don't know
2
who.
chocolate roll, please. Exactly. And I wink at her. 2 chocolate rolls, please.
Oh, chocolate rose. Let's see. She'll brandish you out for 1 silver each. 2 chocolate roses.
Thank you. And I will hand one up to a Dusk Hollow and begin nibbling on mine and walk by her cart. And then I'll walk back and I was like, do you have any lemonade?
So, yes, actually, I do.
2 lemonades, please.
Would you like a regular lemonade, or we have Arnold Nomers?
1 Arnold Noma and 1 regular lemonade, please.
Okay. And we'll fashion you up a sweet tea mixed with an elderberry mixed lemonade, and then a regular lemonade as well.
Okay, how much?
That'll be 1 silver for both of them.
Okay. I throw it down and then I'm walking about.
As you
Just
begin
walking by.
to walk off, that sweet lady sounds a little more crass this time. Shit, you fucking lazy piece of shit. We're gonna get our horse back, Daniel.
Alright. And I handed the regular lemonade up to Dusk Hollow. And I'm drinking the Arnold Nomer.
All right.
Eating a chocolate roll.
By this point, before y'all get there, though, Rhea and a Taurus would have made it to the back door, invisible, unbeknownst to anybody. You see that the door is still wedged. What do you wish to do?
Well, if we see Nikki coming, we'll probably wait on him.
Ooh, I say it through a mouthful of chocolate rose. Is that literal? Like a chocolate rose?
It's just milk chocolate. It's not a really expensive fine chocolate. That stuff is actually pretty pricey, but it is a nice, moderate chocolate, just melted into the form of a rose. But the shaft of it, the stem, is pretzel coated in chocolate.
No, it's the shaft. The shaft of the rose.
The shaft.
Yeah. The rose. Yeah. All right.
So it is a candy rose.
All right. Definitely munching on that. I think Dusk Hollow is also probably dunking it into the lemonade.
Have you made it into the center of the rose yet?
I think by the time I make it around back, yes. I think we skipped breakfast.
A beautiful.
Does it take to get to the center of a chocolate rose?
There is a cherry center.
like cherry cream with a cherry in the middle, like a Queen Anne's cherry?
Yes, like a Queen Anne's cherry
Oh.
is what it is sectioned around.
Ooh.
So the petals are solid chocolate, and then as you bite into the middle, just this gushes in the cherry.
Oh.
So this is live here. This is copyright now. Like, I'm gonna make this a real thing. Okay, 'cause that sounds really good. I'm not even gonna lie.
It probably already is.
I'm gonna just shush it. I'll make it on Halloween. Not Halloween. On Valentine's Day. Same thing. They're both about love. All right.
Holidays.
So that being said, what do y'all do, Rhea and Taurus, with the door?
I imagine we step through it.
You know, I'm
To
thinking
our
about.
knowledge, Dr. Fuego is still inside, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm thinking about how many people probably banged at your Halloween parties, and I'm like, you know what? I think both are about love.
Oh. Yeah.
Memories.
Okay. No. Of a bygone era. Okay, anyway, so you walk in and you see a kitchen. And there are things in the kitchen like barrels and sacks and crates and foodstuffs and yeah, you see a table with
Leave
knives,
Nikki out here
dishes.
on the lookout.
Mm-hmm.
This is for my own knowledge. Does invisibility give us sneak?
It gives you advantage on stealth checks. So if you would like to roll stealth, you can do so with advantage.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, both of y'all should roll stealth checks with advantage.
Do that. I can't do that because my
Oh well.
frickin' boundary is.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
What is up with Foundry? Not
It
working?
is a black screen.
Oh no.
Of death.
Do you want to? Yeah, I mean, you can just roll it in D&D Beyond, because I can see that too. That's fine. Or just tell me what the numbers
Did
are.
I not just do that?
Maybe I don't have it pulled up. Game log. Let's see, campaign. There we go. Game log. A Taurus stealth 27. Okay. Big
Damn.
numbers. I didn't know any of you could get something that high yet. Nice. All right.
I have a +7 to stealth.
You are very, very sneaky. All right. So, and a Taurus with the... Damn.
4.
With the 4. All right. Damn.
Are you sure you don't want to wait at the door? just asking.
As you walk...
This is why I cast invisibility on other people.
Invisibility! Invisible!
And you scream it as you cast it.
Yeah. This is just natural to you because you used to see, your father who had elaborate parties at your estate with some of his well-to-do other landowners and nobles and stuff, and none of them could cast magic though. So he was like he didn't cut loose a whole lot, but when he was around a lot of other people, he was quite a different person. And so to put on, he liked to wow people with magic, and you would see him like turn people invisible against their will and watch them run around confused and causing chaos. And he would do it really invisible and make everybody watch, his ordeal. So that's passed on the 8FX line.
I like it.
I like to think you're a little more subtle about it, but maybe not.
No.
All right, so yeah, you have free reign. You can walk in. The kitchen is unoccupied. As you peer around, give me a perception check. Both of you can that are inside.
Perception.
Perception.
I rolled a 7.
2. You did roll a 7. Okay. So a Taurus, as y'all cross kind of into the threshold just a little bit, you not even thinking about it, the Taurus, with that stealth roll, you shut the door behind you, and you hear a as the door shuts. You're like, oh. You stop for a second, real quiet, as you hear
That's
as you hear footsteps in another room. They're very faint, but they don't seem to be in your immediate vicinity.
Wait, so this door is closed now?
Yes.
Okay. I have to close the door so that I don't get to see inside.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
I will tell Raya about the footsteps.
I'm gonna like pause in my walking for a moment to see if I hear it,
They
where it's coming from.
They sound, Taurus, like it's coming from the room to your left, maybe from behind that wall.
I will share that information.
I can't see anything, so.
Oh, yeah, you really can't. So, okay, theater of the mind time here. So
I'm going full theater of mind. Perhaps we should go.
So this kitchen has a long table in the middle of it. A couple barrels and stuff are right directly in front of you, and there, it's got like sacks of flour and corn and stuff like that. As it's like the little pantry area of the kitchen. Off to the northernmost wall, there is a stove and a sink and a big cauldron, a couple of buckets empty, and some nice plates and stuff around. And still all black, or are you able to see it?
I just came up.
Sweet. As you hear the walking, Taurus, as you peek around kind of the corner, you're going to see this red fiery figure walk. Can you see this from where you're at? Yeah, he ventures out a little bit and then walks away as you hear a door close, and you, with your perception, you hear the lock of a door. Yeah. So you see ahead of you the living room and dining room, large chandelier, all the sconces still lit in the house, and yeah. What do you do?
I will tell Raya that we are not alone here. There is still someone in the house.
Be very quiet.
Didn't you already know that, though?
Shh.
Okay.
You're outside. You can't.
I'm sorry.
What is this, conscience speaking to me?
Okay. But this, for my understanding, this is just a kitchen. There's nothing in here.
Correct. Yeah. Nothing out of the norm.
Okay.
Do we know what this flower we're after looks like?
Yeah, okay. He didn't. He would have kind of, yeah, he'd give you that information. You knew it. You knew the flower. So it is the leaves have a very bright purple in the center of them, and they almost sunburst out into an orange color. So they have purples, oranges, reds, and yellows.
Do we see anything like that in the kitchen here?
You do not.
Shocking.
Oh, I need 1 second.
Sure.
I suspect we're going to have to do some poking around to find this. And there's no guarantee this Dr. Fuego even has this flower.
At this point, as you kind of step up towards the living room, you're going to hear like something scraping against the floor, like some large piece of furniture has been moved. That really just awful noise.
Is it Doctor rearranging his home?
Would I have heard that from outside the building?
No.
Okay. Probably would have if the door didn't close, huh?
Give me a perception check. We'll say if you can hit that 18 or higher, then you'll have heard it.
Love it. Nope.
Nope. So close, but no. As you go to listen really hard, Nikki, you hear a
point to the other side of the room.
I hear a what?
Dusk Hollow leans over and goes, "Huh," as they've bit into the cherry now. preventing
They
you.
licked their way to the center,
Yeah.
like the whole way.
Yeah, y'all are in the living room.
Did they count how many?
Was there a napkin provided? Because you said the stem was a pretzel dipped in chocolate. Was there a napkin provided to hold it?
No,
Uh,
no, there was not.
Napkins.
That's all over me.
What's up, Rhea?
It froze again.
Oh no! Yay hotel! Yay hotel! Okay, so you're in the living room. Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
I don't know if I can. Okay.
You can either both give me one, or one of you can do it with advantage. And you both
this?
do one. So Rhea, do one as
Do you
well.
want this?
Okay.
18. But good choice. Good choice.
Let's go with that one.
We're gonna go with the 18.
Yeah. So you see against the wall, right behind you, is a large wooden chest, very ornate. It's got wood, like somebody has wood carved, elegant kind of thorns and almost elvish looking decor along the side of it. It is latched. Does not appear to have a lock on it. And you see a really nice rolled up rug in the living room. You would guess that rug, while it's heavy, is probably worth at least 100 gold pieces.
A Taurus.
Yeah.
Taurus.
Yeah.
We should check the chest.
Seems like a good idea.
He says at regular talking volume.
I'm over here whispering and trying to be stealthy because there's someone else in the house and you're just talking at normal speed. Okay, fine. I'm gonna walk over to the chest and
Okay.
like very gently start to lift it and hope it doesn't squeak.
You got to put the nail in the coffin. You're talking at normal voice like a fuck ass. Just really.
Give me
Did you just call me a fuck ass?
No, you're saying you should have called him a fuck ass.
Give me a sleight of hand to see how quiet you are. Yes, sleight of hand. That'll do it.
Ray, I would never call you a fuck ass unless you were acting like a fuck ass.
Okay, fuck ass.
To be fair, he's pretty much always acting like one.
It's not even an insult. It's just that groovy
A
4.
six. As you lift it up.
I freeze in terror. Like
But there's a smell from inside the. It smells strange. Do you open it the rest of the way or leave it alone?
yeah, the damage is already done. I just throw it all the way up.
So you go up the rest of the way. Inside of here are some really old, tattered, stained cloth, like linen wrappings, and they smell like death. When you open it, you catch a whiff. These look like they're very old. They are dirty. They are stained. What once were white linen wraps are a very light brown. And there's a little girl in there. No, I'm just kidding. But you remember that one time you opened a chest and there was a little girl? Yeah.
I'm
that
not
was-
finding any more little girls.
Yeah, that was weird.
What was your investigation? 18. Oh, okay. There is a... It looks like something has been in this chest recently and moved this stuff around. So it looks like it's been sifted through not too long ago. It's not just been sitting here stagnant. What's a Taurus doing?
He's just sort of watching Rhea as she opens the chest and looks inside.
It's stinky.
Well, I mean, he's watching a chest open.
Yeah, y'all don't know where each other are. Okay.
As I'm sifting through the grossness, it's just old death sheets, right? It's not anything else.
As you sift through and move them about, it doesn't feel like there's anything solid in there besides the cloth. And it's enough cloth that it takes up the majority of this chest. It's enough cloth to 18. It's enough cloth to adequately wrap an entire decent-sized human being.
I slowly close it back down.
Oh.
Rawr. And I look back at a Taurus.
So much for that.
I think there's dead people.
Seems possible.
I didn't find any plants though.
Then we keep looking.
While y'all
Okay,
are
where do you want to go next?
while y'all are looking, what is Nikki and Dusk doing at the moment?
God knows what Dusk is. God doesn't even know what Dusk is doing. I assume my hair is beautiful right now, and I am. Let's see. I would have wiped my hands off on the ground, then would have been sad that I now have both dirt and chocolate on them, and fumbled around for my bottle of Prestidige, my Presto Clean.
As you fumble around for that Presto Clean, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I hate you.
A dexterity check, yeah.
Okay,
ability
I don't
check.
hate you. Just dexterity.
If you are trying to catch Dusk Hollow, who is currently falling off of your shoulder.
Yes.
Okay, you fail. As Dusk
Cool.
hits the ground and is staring straight up, completely unresponsive to you.
Huh?
Who poisoned the pixie?
I'm gonna poke Dusk Hollow's face.
They don't move. They don't acknowledge the poking. After about are there what? Go ahead.
Are their eyes open?
Yes, wide open, not even blinking.
Oof.
Their eyes have actually turned completely green. 100%. No white. It's just green.
I go from light poking to gentle slapping.
After a couple minutes, they look at you. Well, I'm on the ground, and gets up and like taps you on the shoulder, like, "Come on, let me on your shoulders."
Do you know how you got on the ground?
No, but it's probably boring.
Gravity.
What color are your eyes?
Right now, they are white and normal.
No, I ask them that.
That's a question I don't know the answer to.
Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. I left them onto my shoulders.
And Dusk Hollow, when you're rewatching this, we will visit what happened right there, one-on-one. All right, back to inside. As you have found your Presto Clean and are cleaning your hands. One squirt will do it all. That's the motto of Presto Clean, too. One squirt does it all. You're muted. I can't hear you, Ray.
I'm not muted. Hi.
Oh, hi. Okay. It looked like you were talking. So what do y'all? Back inside? What are y'all doing?
What is what's this over here?
That is a it's just like an end table, like a table pushed up against the wall. Nothing seems to be on it or under it.
Which direction did a Taurus hear the sound from?
From your left. Well, if you're facing down,
This.
This side over here.
This side.
Yes.
Oh.
The door is still currently open. Open? The door is open.
The door is opening. Okay.
Yes.
Is that the sound people from the Midwest make when they step around somebody?
Oh!
Oh.
It is now. Yes. All right. As you see, tiled floor in there. Can't see much else from where you're at. But that is the noise. That is the room where the footsteps were heard.
Okay.
Hate me for this.
But we don't see anything else but the tiled floors.
Correct.
I see some sort of light fixture in there.
Yes, there is a wall sconce burning in there.
I don't think we should go that way. Let's check the other direction.
Seems a bad idea if we know there's someone there. Gonna slink over to this door.
So I'm gonna start walking. I can't move myself, so I'm gonna start.
Oh, okay. Walk with a Taurus in that same direction?
It froze again, so I'm just gonna.
Dang. Okay. So you make your way over to this other door on the adjacent side of the room. Of course, you see the dining hall, dining area, long, elegant dining table, fit for at least 6 people, with a big rug underneath it that looks very similar to the one that was rolled up in the living room. You see various animal heads stuffed and taxidermied on trophy display along the walls of the dining area. And before you stands a large redwood door, much like the one at the front of the house. It does not have a glass pane on it, however. But this door stands out above the rest. The other doors are just like, a normal cherry wood. This one is a deep red oak.
Do we see anything in here that looks?
I want
like
to lean my head against the door and see if I hear anything on the other side.
A perception check for you, Taurus, and then what was that, Raya?
I was just saying, do we see anything that looks like the plant or anything that looks like it could hold the plant?
Not in this living room area, no. You stick your ear up to the door. You don't hear anything on the other side of it.
I will attempt to open the door.
It's locked.
Of course. I will let Rhea know that this door is locked. Our options seem limited.
Okay, so we can either try to break this door down, or it's either going to be in the room that the person's in.
Yes, we're down to 2 options, it seems. Let me read a thing real quick.
We could try to drive him out of the room.
There's also another thing I wanted to read. I may have a way around that if I can find... There we go, that's what I wanted.
Oh, y'all did... If you haven't already, you did level up after you talked to Sam. And, yeah, so that was the level 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not very big. If we had some way of determining which room sure it was in, I could get in and out probably unseen. But we would need to know for sure.
Or we could just throw something really, really loud, cause them to come running out of the room, and one of us run into the room and check it while he's out.
That is possible. We are... How long have we been in here, Gup?
About 15 minutes or so.
We've still got plenty of invisibility left. Oops, don't close that. That is an interesting idea. Oh.
In terms of throwable things,
do you have anything?
What if I were to go hide right around the corner of the wall, make a very loud noise, and then have him come run out, and then I'll just dip inside the room and check around?
That sounds reasonable. I was going to step into the kitchen and rattle some pans while you snuck in, but
You do recall
You
seeing,
do
you know,
you.
plates and stuff like that in the kitchen, and pots and pans, and
Maybe throw something at the front door. I don't know.
something to get him far enough from the room and out of the way for at least a few seconds.
So here's what
Get
we'll
it
do.
kind of.
I'll make a loud noise, and if it looks like he's going back into the room and I'm not out yet, you make a second noise, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
how is he going to know you're in the room or not?
I'll do a second noise when I come out.
Okay.
It's a solid plan.
All right.
So many seconds.
So solid. All right. I don't think anything could ever go wrong. Okay.
Foolproof.
All right. So, as you walk into the kitchen and you look over your shoulder, right, you see Dusk Hollows like got the door open and like their heads poking through, looking, but they don't see anything. And they look over at Nikki and say, "I don't see anything in there."
I think the idea is we wait here, and if we hear anything, we go in guns blazing.
Okay.
Y'all are about to hear a lot of stuff.
So,
We don't know
Taurus,
that.
what are you doing to make noise?
Ray is making the first noise. I'm making a noise if she needs a second noise to distract him again.
Got you. Okay. So, Rhea, what noise are you making?
I'm just gonna call out noises.
Just like, give me a
Like
give me a
bird
performance
calls. I don't
check. Give me a performance check. Well,
Okay.
you've been in nature long enough to try to mimic some.
I rolled a 6.
A 6. You attempt to make this like roaring kind of owl bear noise, but it comes out very gargled and a much higher pitch than a scary beast would make. It's, "Ah!" And
It's like,
Like a choke.
yes, yes.
In your
And-
gut.
Yes.
Before we hear the resolution of this wondrous performance, it's past our break time, and I need some water.
Oh yes, it's at 9:30. It is. Well, it's 9:15. We'll go ahead and take it.
I thought it was at 9.
Yeah, in between 9 and 9:30. Go ahead, because I also need to get up, use the bathroom and stuff too. So let's stretch our
Cool.
legs and let's find out what happens to that ridiculous noise after we get
That
back
was a
from our
beautiful noise.
10-minute break. It was definitely a noise. So we will be back at 9:27. we're back, and we're back on it. Yeah, you made a Taurus put a hat on. Don't let him do it to you. It's beautiful. All right. I wish I could pull that off. That look.
The sun is beautiful, Gab. You don't look
Slowly
directly at
losing
it.
your hair.
I tried to shave my head bald twice, and it looked atrocious. Like I looked like I
You
belonged
did.
in a juvenile prison movie, and not the cool kind of inmate either, the kind that you hope dies. So
That's what keeps me from going for like the Lex Luthor look, because I just know it'll probably end up looking terrible. But
Are you
and I
rooming
can't
with
shave the
somebody?
beard where I just look like a baby.
Do what?
Is Rhea rooming with somebody?
She might be talking to somebody.
Yeah.
People have lives, people.
Yeah,
have
no,
friends.
then again, I'm...
Sorry, are you guys talking to me?
Yeah, well, are you rooming with somebody?
Oh no, my boyfriend's here.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
God.
boyfriend.
No,
I
I'm
was
just
like-
having a full conversation with myself,
Hey.
No, it's just I
Right.
used to travel for work, but I traveled for like 3 weeks to 2 months at a time, and the idea of rooming with anybody in a hotel room, there's this idea I have behind it where you don't fucking do it.
No. Whereas I wouldn't necessarily care so much. They would hate me. So, no.
I'm an excellent roommate.
Oh, I'm a terrible
I'm a
one.
terrible roommate.
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to get into it on stream. Never mind.
Be
I
quiet.
almost said too much. Anyway, we're back, and this ridiculous noise has been made. So, as you make the noise and you veer into the room,
All right.
you see a bathroom. An empty bathroom.
Okay.
Very anticlimactic, I know, but yes. As you jet inside, there is a toilet and there is a bath with a little bit of water in it.
Awkward.
You see a melted candle pile beside the floor of the tub, but looks like it's been extinguished for some time.
So it's like he took a bath, but he just didn't empty the bath water.
Correct.
Odd. Okay. I'm not even gonna close the door. I'm just gonna hover behind the door frame and make my wonderful bird call.
Give me another performance check,
I
and
do another.
and then yes, the DC of your performance check is going to be the DC of Nikki Foros's perception check. So give me a DC 16 to see if you hear this, Nikki Foros. You do hear this, a Taurus.
I do not.
You do not. No, you still. Dusk Hollow is just kind of like trying to close the door, but the wedge is still stuck in the tile, and so they're getting a little frustrated as they're trying to close the door, but being very quiet. So, Taurus, you hear this bird call.
Dusk is being.
Yeah.
I will sort of slink over toward Rhea.
Towards that general area. You don't actually know where Rhea
What are
is.
you doing?
Bump into Rhea as you walk
Found
over.
nothing.
Do you actually bump into me?
A little bit, yes. He walks forward because you
I'll
don't
just
know.
sort of approach the door. Sort of the last place I would have heard your footsteps when you were moving. I trust you found nothing.
You're supposed to be in the kitchen making backup noises.
Did you forget the plan already?
Taurus slinks off
Slide
defeated
back
into the kitchen.
and just like lick pot off a shelf.
Do you make a noise now?
What
Yeah,
does
I'm just
does
gonna
the
knock a pot off a shelf.
does Dr. Fuego ever come out?
So as you take a pot and you push it off of the shelf, you hear chang, 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 chang. Nikki definitely would have heard that from the kitchen. There's no mistaking that. You're with Dusk Hollow. Give me a perception check. they can be distracting.
Oh, with that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you still don't. That was the 10. So you still don't hear this pot fall into the kitchen as Dusk has just closed the door, moved the wedge, and got the door actually shut. As Dusk looks over at you, I did it. At the exact moment that Taurus knocks the pan off of the cabinet. And so y'all stand around for a second. There's nothing.
I am going to congratulate Dusk Hollow by leaving to go get another chocolate rose.
Dusk Hollow's gonna play with the roses.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so y'all stand around, wait for some kind of response to the noise, but you get none.
And there's only 2 doors left that we've not seen inside now?
Correct.
This one over here and this one over here?
Correct. Yep. You have a door right south of Rhea, and the door that you the door that was locked that you tried earlier. Yes.
Kind of like a cat does. I will just slowly edge another pot off the shelf until it falls.
Ting, 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 ting. Nothing.
Fuego's either a heavy sleeper or the man has left.
Do I hear him say that?
I don't know.
I'm just sort of like muttering it to myself.
Okay.
Once more with feeling, I'll just knock a pot off like halfway across the room.
With feeling, as you knock this pot off, turns out it's ceramic and it shatters on the ground. And then you've now committed a crime. You have done a crime. You have vandalized. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, technically, that's technically.
We're already committing a crime by essentially breaking and entering.
You did B&E. That is true. But as it shatters, you stand by idle for a moment, and no response. You hear nothing stirring.
At
I would
this
just sort
point,
of
I'm gonna
generally whisper.
walk out towards the kitchen area. A Taurus. Should we
I
just
think we
knock?
need a different plan. That feels like a plan that should be further down the list a bit.
Okay, so I won't knock.
We know it has to be one of these 2 rooms. And I saw a man emerge when we first came in. He didn't appear to go to the room on, I guess, what would be my right. So it's likely it's the other door on that side of the house with the bathroom. Smashing up his kitchen doesn't seem to lure him out.
Why don't we check the room on the left?
It's the only real choice left.
Right as you walk up behind the couch and up to this door. So you're both going to separate doors. Are you both checking each door?
I'm going to the door on the left.
Sure.
Okay.
I tried that one already.
So, Rhea, your door is locked. Locked. That one y'all have tried, it's locked. A Taurus, your door is not locked.
I want to just kind of like, if it's not locked, I want to just kind of barely bump it open.
As you see, when you open the door, a bedroom with very beautiful velvet blue comforter with gray satin sheets. You see a tall cherry wood dresser and a kind of like a vanity desk. There's a wall sconce in the room. It's a very large bed. It's moderately small room, but very nice furnishings inside of it. And from your angle, yeah, you can see a door that's open leading to the south of the room.
I will creep into the room.
Okay, so you're able to see that door kind of leads into a looks like it may have been like a closet or something, but you see like an empty rack, an empty wooden rack in the room from where you're at.
Rhea, I think I found something.
I'm gonna make my way back across the room.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you see a storage room in there, a Taurus. Give me.
Do I see anything that looks like the plant we're after?
Give me an investigation. Would you do me an investigation?
Both of us or just him?
You both can. That's fine. He brought Dusk Hollow another chocolate rose. The lady gives you a butterscotch candy as well. No, I'm sorry. A taffy. A taffy
Wheat.
candy. But because y'all have frequented. Oh, 3. Okay, so you don't you don't see anything of note, Rhea, in this room. A Taurus, however, you see skid marks. You see like marks, scooch marks. Something that has frequently been scooted in the floor underneath this middle shelf right here. It looks like it's frequently been moved in the same direction.
Perhaps what we heard him moving earlier. Does the floor under it look weird or anything, or is it pretty well covering whatever it's sitting on?
It's covered, so the bottom shelf sits right up against the floor. So it's hard to see directly underneath it.
So basically, we're going to have to move it to find out what's under it and potentially alert him if there is like a secret room or something.
Potentially. You can certainly try.
Oh, hang on. Oh, no, wait, I think that's... Yeah, it's concentration too. Never mind. How big and heavy and solid does this shelf rack thing, whatever it is, look?
It looks solid, well built. Probably a decent IKEA piece, but it can be moved relatively with ease.
Is there stuff on it, or is it fairly empty?
Yeah, there's some stuff on it. There's a couple of boxes and a couple of sacks, but it doesn't. You can try to give it a pull if you want, or.
Rhea, let's see if we can move this thing halfway quietly. If he moved it earlier, he made a great deal of noise doing it. Let's try to avoid that.
Okay. And I get behind it and I start to...
Okay, give me, if you're doing it together, one of you give me a strength check with advantage. Well, technically with disadvantage. Do it with disadvantage because we're gonna take the lower one of the two. So give me a strength with disadvantage.
What's your strength look like?
My strength is terrible.
Okay, because mine's not much better. It's a plus. But we'll try.
If you have a positive number, it's better than mine.
Okay, we'll go with mine. You said with disadvantage?
A 4. Okay.
Ooh.
So give me a sleight of hand check. 4 is the DC to see how quietly you can move this.
With disadvantage as
No,
well?
just regular sleight of hand. 19. All right. So this does not weigh squat. As you go to push it, it's almost as if everything on here is just for display. These sacks have to be empty. These boxes can't possibly have anything in them. It moves with ease, and with so that's why we took the lower of the strength check to set the DC for how quietly you can do it. So as you kind of lift up, you see, Rhea, this is really easy, like to pick up. So Taurus, on the other end, you both kind of just lift it up and scooch it without making a great deal of a noise. It's easy to ascertain. Probably the person who moved it before didn't give a shit if anybody heard, so they weren't trying to be quiet. Underneath it, though, you see a hatch.
I think we have to lift that.
Well, we have good reason. We have good reason to believe he's probably in wherever this leads.
What's Nikki in?
Perhaps
Nikki
we should
doing?
get our friend in case.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain after eating the second chocolate rose, we are playing patty cake.
Okay. Dusk
Why
does not
don't
know what
you
patty cake is.
stand guard here?
I taught them
and
how,
I'll go get our friends.
and I was dismayed that they
Sounds
were
good.
much faster than I was.
All right. So, Taurus, are you staying here while Rhea goes and finds your friends?
Yeah, I will keep watch here.
Sure. So, invisibility-wise, about 40 minutes have passed, so you still got about 20 minutes left on your invisibility. As you make your way, Rhea, to the door, and you open, as you see Dusk Hollow and Nikki like clapping hands, patty caking it over here.
I'm gonna pull open the door and look at them playing patty cake.
And join in.
I'm not even gonna question this anymore. I think we found out where they're at. Or a hatch in the floor that might be leading to something. Either way, why don't you guys just come join us? We might need some backup.
I'm going to look up and see no one, but understand that they are invisible. And at Rhea's command, I will cheat at patty cake and claim that I am the victor. And scoop Dusk Hollow onto my shoulders, and we go inside.
As you go to scoop Dusk Hollow, they don't like stop, so they just slap their hand and then pork chop you in the head twice before giving in and letting you take Dusk Hollow inside.
Who cheats at patty cake?
How? Cheats at patty cake.
That's for the DM to decide.
Roll me a performance check.
I love to. Performance.
A 6.
Oh.
Yeah. No. You try to trip Dusk Hollow to knock them off of their balance as you attempt to win the patty cake, but then realize that Dusk Hollow is floating with wings. So you reach over with your leg and do a little sweep motion to no avail.
Well.
And Dusk looks at you and says, "Are we dancing now?" And kind of starts dancing.
Just starts dancing. Questions for later.
So you don't really know where you're going, but you do see The door
yeah.
you went in, the office you went in earlier, shut, and you see 2 doors open to your left.
Okay. Oh, is there a sink in that bathroom?
Yes.
Oh, I immediately go to the sink and wash my hands.
Yeah. So there's no running. No. Give me a investigation check.
A what?
Give me an investigation check. 20. Okay, so that you realize that's not a sink, that's a toilet.
What? So there isn't a sink in here?
No, there's not. Sorry, I misspoke. There was one in the kitchen, but there's not in the bathroom.
Well, fuck.
It was the best of times. It was the unsanitary of times.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna turn around and see that they're not following me, so I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna grab like Nikki by the upper arm and be like, "Come on," because I realize that they can't see me.
Right, so you're all standing as you drag them through the bedroom and into this back little closet area. You see this storage room now with a shelf pushed over to the side and a hatch underneath.
Take it this is what you found. Where's the toys? Nobody.
Dusk looks over. Did you say toys?
Where is a toy?
Close.
Are you still here?
I'm still here.
He's over there.
Oh. Very well. Yes, I will take lead. Okay.
I think we need to pull open this hatch and go down there.
Oh, do I not see stairs right there?
You
Is that-
don't see stairs. You see the hatch. The hatch is not open.
Okay, well, I'm about to take 2d4 of damage. Here we go. 4.
Start. Try
Sorry.
to turn and pull on the hatch while
Oh.
he's prepping himself.
2d6. It's upped.
Oh, level
Alright.
5. Yes, level
Yep.
5. 2d6.
So
It also deals
radiant-
with d6 damage, though, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Radiant in the main hand, fire in the offhand.
So you take
Okay.
7.
7 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink one of these health potions.
You see Nikki, who is, I get this Elliot Stabler kind of vibe, as you just nick yourself and you cut. And I say Elliot Stabler, I'm thinking of Happy. I don't know have you seen Happy?
Yes, I've
Okay.
seen Happy.
I picture you as, I can't remember the guy who plays Elliot Stabler in SVU, but that guy from Happy.
Okay.
That's what I'm picturing every time you cut yourself and then you just take a drink and like cut myself and drink some whiskey, I'll be fine. All right. And then you see an imaginary floating friend. Dusk Hollow. So
I do
Yeah.
have one of those.
yeah, he's you lock
That
the
is
whip
not
up.
10 feet of light, please.
10 feet of light. I can do that. 10 feet of bright or dim.
Just a second. 20 feet of bright light.
Oh, it went up.
It did.
Nice.
All right.
So, Rhea, you were with no problem at all able to get that hatch up.
Did it make noise when I opened it, or was it
Not
wide?
really bad, just a small little creak, but it seems like it was opened not long ago, so it
Okay.
did not cause you any problem. But you see a round spiraling staircase made of stone descending. It's dark, you can't really see down because it's just the width of the round staircase.
I can't see in the dark at all anyway, so.
No.
I'm shedding light.
Nikki is
But-
shedding light, yes.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna start heading down those stairs.
I'll take lead. I'll take point.
Perfect.
Let the tank go. Is anybody
Yeah.
not going down the stairs?
Well, you'll have to answer for Dusk, but
Okay, so Taurus is going. That's the question. All right,
Dusk is on my shoulders, making me beautiful. Again.
I just imagine at this point you have like a really nice unicorn standing between your horns.
I picture them getting done with my hair and then immediately futzing it up and then doing it all over again.
All
With
right.
no particular pattern, like this patch is pretty and that patch is pretty, but the whole thing, pretty avant-garde.
One braid is like big, and one braid is a bunch of little tiny braids, and none of them are in order. One has a bead in it. You don't know where they got a bead, but they got one, and they put one in one of your braids. And there's like some chalk or something on one of your horns with a smiley face. You don't know where they got chalk, but they picked up chalk and they drew a smiley face on one horn, and on the other horn a frowny face.
A little game of tic-tac-toe, you know.
What am I looking at?
All right, so as you descend this dirty stone staircase, you find yourself in a very cold, damp, dark basement. There is a small wall sconce with a small candle that is almost out, lighting up a very small portion of the room. How many times can I say small? In this room, you see a stone, looks almost like maybe an altar. There are a couple urns sitting next to the altar, and then there is a large stone figure with a little rug placed in between the two urns. There is a wooden cage reinforced with small iron fittings along the joints in the door. The cage is currently empty, and it looks to be in good shape. And there is a very elaborate green and mahogany desk sitting with a green velvety cushioned chair at the southeastern end of the room, with a plate, a fork, and a napkin sitting on it, with a small little blue gem, like a little almost like a little jewelry box, a little trinket box. And there is a skull on the corner of the table that has a candle on it that is currently lit, emitting small bits of light and wax dripping down the top of the skull. There is a wooden chest on the eastern wall, sitting against the stone wall.
I would like to... I can't drop my weapons, else I lose the enchantments, so this will be a full visual inspection. I'll send Dusk Hollow to be my hands as I look at the, first I will ask Dusk Hollow to pull that rug out, make sure there's nothing underneath it.
Yeah, they'll do that. As they, is that it? And they lift up the rug. There's just gray tile underneath it.
Okay. And then investigating the statue closer. Is it of a deity I'm aware of? Is it of someone?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
Love to. Fae Fiend or Undead?
Do you get that on a religion check?
Yes I do.
You do, but no.
Okay. Six, 10.
So
I get it on all
intelligence
checks.
You don't know.
And survival. Okay. Well, shit.
So I'll kind of give you at least a description of what this creature looks like. That's on the altar. It is a large, like a heavy set figure. The stone work behind it depicts its wings, as it has large wings and cloven feet, much like your own, Nikiforos. It wields in the middle of its hands. What it's holding is a very large rod with a skull on the top of it, and it also seems to have a skull-like face with 2 large horns coming out to a point. Anybody can roll a religion check to see if they know who it is, but you don't, Nikki. If you think you would know. You also don't know, Taurus.
Good God.
For any of the gods and deities that you know, this is not anything you're familiar with.
I rolled an 18.
On
Not connected. Religion.
Oh, religion. Okay. So yeah, you've are looking past necessarily the general blanket of deities, and this immediately strikes you as one of the scary stories you tell your children. This was in a book that was probably your dad, drank and stuff, so he wasn't necessarily the most kid-friendly in his stories, but this was a picture of a beast he showed you at one time, of Orcus, a demon lord. The demon lord of Undeath, particularly.
What's going on the table in the cage?
All right, so you see a relatively fresh... The cage is empty. The plate on the desk has a relatively fresh heart sitting on it.
Like a human heart?
Give me a medicine check.
It's 10.
And it's just a little bit bigger than your standard human heart, but other than that, it looks about the same. It's a humanoid of some sort, not an animal heart. Hey, Taurus, this is the heart of a creature larger than most humans, like a Goliath, maybe, or maybe you're a little familiar with the Feywild living where you're at, but not much. So Goliath is the first thing that comes to it. Something oversized but still humanoid.
What is this yellow thing over here?
That is a wall sconce with a small candle lit in it.
Anything in the drawers?
There are 2 drawers. As you open one, you see a note.
Ooh, I want to read it.
Ooh.
The note is short, but it says, "Your incompetence will be the end of you. Some foul girl holds the flute of my father. Find it, or you will join the rest of them."
Hold up. Didn't we find a flute?
We did. Held by a girl, who we assume is a ghost.
This might explain how she became a ghost.
She was very persistent that the flute was hers. I'm wondering how one plays it when they are already dead. What about the other
Is there
drawer?
a name or anything on the note?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Do what?
Is there a name or anything on the note?
No. But you will see a couple of burn marks. So above the drawer, kind of by this little trinket box, it looks like a small little burn, like the size of a hand, on the table.
I'm sorry, you said there's a hand print burnt
about
onto
the
the table?
size, kind of like a fist. So give me an insight check.
Okay.
18. Yeah, it looks like somebody took something really hot and hit the desk really hard, possibly out of anger.
What about the other drawer?
The other drawer contains a couple of quills and some findings and parchments.
Ooh, how much?
50 gold worth.
Sweet. Taking it.
Alas, things y'all cannot use. Yeah, okay, never mind. So, you've got the cage, which is empty, still in good condition. The door is unlocked. There's nothing in there. Doesn't appear to be anything in there anyway. You see the statue. You've got a couple urns. You've already moved and kind of investigated the rug. You've got a wooden chest over there on the wall. You've got the heart, and you've got the little trinket box and the candle in this room. Besides that, it's a small little stone room.
What did you say were these things to either side of the carpet?
Urns.
I'd like to open an urn.
With your hands?
No, I'd like to make Dusk Hollow. I would like to insist that Dusk Hollow open the urns.
Dusk Hollow will open one.
House. Where did he go?
You cut out.
If the doctor came down here right after Rhea and I came in the house, where did he go?
I'm starting to wonder if he came down here at all.
What's this?
We heard something scraping and the door closed.
What, Rhea?
You heard something what?
Scraping, like when he moved the shelf above.
So as Dusk Hollow opens one of the urns, a bunch of dust kind of out as they go, and it looks like cremains. As they very reluctantly go over to the other one and open it, and also has cremains.
What is this cage used for? This is a cage that I'm standing next to.
It is a cage, yeah.
I'd investigate the cage for scratch marks or blood.
Give me an investigation check. Anybody investigating the cage, man? 16. You see one single scratch mark on it. Yeah. A Taurus.
Wow.
You don't even see the cage. No, I'm just kidding.
What cage? The cage doesn't even exist.
You're wondering, where did he go as you're just like looking around the room and at the blank walls. And you, Rhea, notice one singular scratch mark going down the outside of the post right next to the door. Not on the inside. The inside appears to be fine and dandy. No blood, no bones, no person.
Interesting.
I'm going to investigate the chest.
Okay, you open up the chest, and you see there's some jewelry in here. You see 2 bronze bands, like wristbands. Seem fairly valuable. 5 and 10 gold each, respectively. One is worth 5, one is worth 10 gold. You see a ring and a rolled a ring. It's a silver ring worth 3 gold pieces. Nothing really intricate about it. No garnets on it or anything. And then you see a rolled up piece of paper with a we'll say a gold band wrapped around the paper.
I'm sorry, what was this again?
That's a chair. That's just got a green velvety kind of cushion on it. Chair sitting by the desk.
Yeah, I see now.
I pull the ribbon off the paper.
It appears to be arcane glyphs of some sort. Give me an Arcana check.
Nice.
All the ones
7.
tonight.
I mean, it's got a spell on it of some sort. You can figure that much even with a natural one. It's some type of scroll.
Pocket that.
Some type of scroll.
It's a piece of paper rolled up.
I'll actually hand it to a tourist and see if he can make heads or tails of it.
Fair.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so as you take a look at this scroll and you look at some of these, you see the first glyph, the first marking on it really strikes your attention, as it almost looks like a little hump, almost like a tiny little octopus, or like a mustache, something rounded that frills out at the end. It's the universal symbol of necromancy, and this is a scroll of animate dead.
Oh, lovely. I'll share that with Nikki.
Ugh.
In my thoughts exactly.
I'd like to use my
Told you
tinderbox
they
to
had
burn
dead
it.
people.
You'll burn it? Burn the
Yeah.
scroll? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can light that up.
Doing it. It's done.
Yeah, did you light it while it was still in a Taurus's hand, like he was reading it?
No.
Oh, there's about to be some dexterity saves going on here.
Set him on fire.
I'd light it, make sure it's got from a corner, make sure it's got a good fire going, and then drop it down, let it gain some extra air to accelerate the flame. Stomp.
How's our invisibility going? Is that worn off yet?
You get the sense you're concentrating on it still, but you don't have much time left.
Okay.
Particularly a couple minutes.
Nothing else going on in this room.
I want to follow the wall around and look for any like cracks, or if I feel any air anywhere, anything that looks like it might be a door, or some way he might have gotten out of here without going back up into the house.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
How did I know you would say that?
Do me an investigate. So many investigates. A 10. As you run your hand across the wall and you're looking, where did he go? You catch a little breeze on the palm of one of your hands as it crosses this crevice in the wall.
Air.
I will share that with the class.
Most particularly, right here at your right hand.
Is it like a line in the wall, or just a space between bricks? Or...
It's hard to tell. It looks kind of natural with the way it's built in your investigation check, but you do know you feel a little air. It's the only place on the wall that you felt air.
I will take one of my daggers and kind of poke it into the slot and see what I find.
The blade kind of sinks in a little further than you would expect it to, but it is stone around.
Interesting. How
I'm gonna.
big of like a gap are we talking here?
Maybe like 4/32 of an inch.
That's 1/8. Just saying. You convert it.
No.
Okay. You're wrong, but okay.
No.
I'm going to go around the room looking for trigger mechanisms, like stepping on each individual tile. I'm going to start at the statue and fiddle with the skull staff that it's holding. See if it turns.
Wait, fiddle with what? Oh, the thing. So it does not turn. No, it doesn't seem to move as you touch it.
Okay.
Pull on it. It's very stationary. What's Rhea
I'm
do?
gonna try and pull on the wall sconce and see if it does anything.
It's a little warm to touch, but not enough to hurt. But as you pull, because of the candle, it's been lit for a while. As you pull on it, it doesn't seem to move from the...
Hmm. Are there visual clues, or is there a check we need to ask for? I don't know how to go about.
I mean, you've been explained to the room.
Yeah.
So
I want to kind of poke and push on this brick and see if anything happens.
there is, like, literally only one thing you haven't done in this room.
Literally only one thing. Okay, so we fucked with the statue.
Yeah.
We fucked with the carpet. We
Yeah.
fucked with...
I'm gonna walk over to the table and like put my fist down where that like flaming fist thing on the table was and see if it does
So as you
anything.
put your hand down, it's, it does, nothing happens. But you see, the contents of as you kind of hit the table, the contents of the table. Give me a perception check. Here, I'll throw you a bone. Give me a perception check as you hit the table in that area. An 11. Everything on the table kind of shifts a little bit. You see the heart jiggle, and the skull candle, kind of rock a little bit, but the little trinket box doesn't move.
I want to check under the table or desk or whatever here and see if there's like any kind of button or lever or anything on the underside of it.
Smooth as a baby's butt. No buttons.
I try to open the trinket box.
As you pop the lid open, there is a red garnet gem sitting inside of it. Cut like this, probably worth 20, 25 gold.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah. So as you go to pick it up, there is a wire attached to the bottom side of it. As you pull this garnet up, it quickly retracts. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Dang it.
$18. All right.
Wow.
So you managed to pull it hard enough. Yeah. Gemstone. As you see, it's attached to a string, and you just rip it the rest of the way out. I need for Dusk and Nikiforos. Oh, you're over here. So he's under the table. Where are you? Here, maybe, or where would you be pulling at it from? Yeah, you're right. Where would you be standing? Right in front of it?
I can't see the screen.
Oh, okay. So yeah, right in
I'm
front of
gonna
it.
say like behind it. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense because you got to be within a couple feet of it. I need for Dusk and Nikiforos to make me dexterity saving throws because as you rip it, a beam of fire shoots out of one of the stones in the wall as the wall opens. So an 8, and Dusk will roll a natural 20. Okay, so Dusk flies, jitters out of the way. That's my only natural 20 for the day. It's not going to land on Nikiforos. Maybe. I'm not going to say that. Where is it? There we go. You're going to take 3 points of fire damage, Nikiforos.
I'm sorry.
As the door opens, though, into a long, dark hallway.
Interesting.
I hate this job.
You what?
I hate this job. I hate this job.
Oh, I thought you said I hate this cup, and I was like, oh,
No.
it's only 3 points of damage.
No.
Don't hate me today.
This job.
Hate me
I
tomorrow.
will nod to Rhea and give her a thumbs up, regardless of my soot-covered face.
I'm just gonna stand there clutching the garnet like, I'm sorry.
I know.
And hand you the stone.
You're gonna hand me the stone?
Here you go.
Shit, I'll take it. Said it was a garnet worth 25 gold?
Yeah, you know that cuts of gems about this size of a garnet would probably be between 20 and 25 gold.
All right.
Makes one wonder what the doctor has to hide.
I'll take point.
Are you going down the hallway?
That's my plan.
All right.
Why not?
You walk for a while down this hallway. It continues on about 10 minutes worth of walking. As there is chilly, you can tell you're underground. You see a light ahead of you after a while. A faint green glowing light as you can tell it opens up into a room ahead of you.
I ain't got a token with vision.
Nope, you sure don't. You don't have vision. What do you do? Well, you kind of have
Wait.
vision, but you have vision of a dark hallway, and then you see the hallway open up into a kind of green, dim lit room. Not even really necessarily dim light. It's just got a green hue. It's dark. You can't see that though, a tourist, because dark vision doesn't allow you to see colors. So I guess I can't say that. But it's on up ahead of you, about 50 or so feet. You can tell that the room opens up from the singular 5-foot narrow corridor. Let's see if I can build this correctly. So what do y'all do?
I'd say I'd be stealthy, but I'm kind of glowing, and so is Dusk Hollow. So I walk forward into the opening.
All right. So, who is not on this map? I think that is missed so far. I like that it gives me indicators. We will see. Let's see. NPCs. What's the marching order? Who was going first down the hallway?
I was going first with Dusk Hollow on my shoulders.
All right. So we've got
And I was right behind him.
Nikiforos. As you said, you stepped into the room. You have 20 feet of vision, of shedding 20 feet of bright light. Important. Dusk Hollow, who is emitting purple light. You have... Who is next? Who would be behind...
Me.
Do what? Taurus? Okay. And
I was right behind him.
then Rhea. So, as you step out into this room, Nikiforos, you are in a crypt. You see to your left and your right sarcophaguses. You see dirty stone floors littered with old, almost decomposed bones that kind of dust and pepper the floor. Large stone columns, very much not natural, very built stone columns, arc all the way up to the top of the ceiling, which sits about 40 feet up. It's tall.
No source of light other than what I'm emitting?
Correct.
Okay. Walking forward, and I need to, for the sake of immersion, that's how I like to picture it.
So, as you step in, there is a door below you to the south and a door ahead of you to the north.
Okay.
Ray is following in too.
I'm sorry?
I was just telling you, it will eventually load you in. It takes a little while. This is actually kind of a big map-ish, so my apologies for putting this on you on hotel Wi-Fi. I'll try to be as descriptive as I can.
It's okay.
There are currently 8 coffins, 8 sarcophagus, stone houses of the dead in this 30 by 30 room.
Any of them, but oh, excuse me, yeah. Any of them open already, or
Some of them are damaged, cracked, and give me an investigation check.
love to?
Dusk is going to float over.
Well, we're now well out of the doctor's
Oh my
house.
God,
It's
dude.
unlikely we're going to find.
Look at that,
Here.
dexterity save +6, 8, investigation +6, 8.
Yeah, no, it's
Nice.
you just see some of them are broken, and like Dusk walks over and pokes one of the stone skulls on top of one of them, and it doesn't seem to move.
Nope. I've done this dance before. Call it metagaming. You do not fuck with the coffin.
Is anyone else
We're more
concerned
likely to
that he
find the
has an
plant in the
entire
doctor's house.
crypt underneath his house?
I think we were all concerned from the death statue. At this point, it's par for the course.
Okay.
But you're right. The question of architecture really comes to mind. So, I have no preference. I'll go this way.
I will follow.
Okay.
Do I hear anything on the other side of the door?
With you can give me a perception check to see. You do not.
Yeah. Beautiful. I twist the doorknob. Is it open?
It's unlocked.
Opening.
You see a stone staircase ascending.
Ascending?
Yes.
Interesting. I think that's far more interesting than most other things that we could have discovered.
Many stairs.
How many stairs? You can see a little bit of nightlight ahead of them, so probably 20 or so stairs.
Nightlight, like outside?
Yes. And it does seem to be a darker light.
Oh.
It looks like nighttime light outside, from what you can see.
I'm game. I will head to the stairs and look behind me and shrug. If anybody else is interested in this line of thought.
Is this heading back
Why
outside
not?
though?
If it's, regardless of where it heads, you enter a maze, you follow a wall, you go until you can't anymore or loop back around. Then you're out.
Yes, but we are trying to find a
head
plant,
out or are we
not
trying to
head
find
out.
the drugs?
I think the drugs and out are the same in this analogy.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't
The
seem
point,
quite right.
the point I'm making is that these are stairs. If they lead outside, then we go, okay, we're outside. Cool. And then we just go back inside and go the other way.
Okay. I follow that logic. Let's go.
Cool. Stairs.
Stairs!
Stairs. Well, no. Let me copy. Let me paste.
Oh, Jesus.
So, as you ascend, as you ascend the stairs and step forward, you see a green hue just blanket this entire cemetery. It is just chock full of graves all over. There are rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 plus graves out here. Roundabouts between 30 and 40 graves sitting just above the ground, like they're not completely buried in, but they are stone graves, concreted over, at least it appears to be. And there are particularly, can you see it, Nikki? There's like some, wagons and coffins and stuff sitting around. You are standing on an altar, like an open, looks like it once used to be a closed in, what's the word I'm looking for, mausoleum kind of ordeal, the place where you would descend into the crypts. However, it has since been broken and it is open and exposed partially to the public or to the outside. So you see this opening over here to the left where the rocks have caved in the wall. The door is not on its hinges and kind of fallen down on the ground. There are candles lit in this cemetery. There are certain blotches of candles on certain graves that are still lit. There are wall sconces outside that appear to have light emitting from them as well. However, the ones in the wall sconces on the wall seem to be of a magical nature. There's no candle, there's no oil, there's no wick. It's just a burning little ember. The candles on the graves, however, are actual burning candles.
Now the candles that are not magical, the wax, is it pooled up like recently? Like, is there a lot of liquid wax sitting in the top?
They're about half.
Like it's been burning for a while.
They're about half burnt. They look to be thick candles, so the wax is currently dripping down them. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
I think I can also.
Do I feel a breeze? Am I outside? Like outside, not in some weird death dimension?
Give me a nature check. 11. Yeah. Anybody else?
Probably not. Yeah, what the hell?
Okay. A Taurus, I'm giving you advantage with this. And you're all going to kind of know a few different things based on your character. Nikki, you can't really tell. A Taurus, well, we'll do Rhea. Rhea, you know that you are somewhere outside, but this is not, there's something unnatural about this. You are, the air is stagnant. It smells kind of death, and you know that you left in the early part of day. A Taurus, you immediately, soon as you step outside, you see the hues of green, the hues of gray. There is very little color around you. You know you are in the place your family tries to keep people out of.
Oh, gods.
Is there a problem?
I figured I'd end up here years later, but sooner or later.
What is here?
A very dark place we have no business being.
Well, Dusk Hollow is a very pink thing that we have no business taking with us, but that doesn't really tell you about her character, does it?
Good point. As Dusk Hollow, the longer y'all stand around, Dusk Hollow's pink light just kind of turns to a dull gray light.
What?
Is Dusk Hollow dying?
They look over to you. I feel fine.
Dusk Hollow, are you okay?
Yeah, I feel fine.
My point, Atois, is that I could sit here and think of a more vague way of describing what you just did, but it would take some time. You did a very good job.
We're in a place that if we linger here too long, we'll be corrupted, tainted, and probably die. And that'll be the nicer options.
Okay.
We're here for drugs. Do you think we're gonna find them here?
I'm surprised.
This should be the last resort.
So perhaps we should leave this corrupt cemetery.
You do see some plants and stuff growing around on some of the.
Do I recognize any of those plants as the ones that we're looking for?
Give me a survival check.
Talking with the Taurus is like talking with the Fae. Through the whole conversation, they're going to be 100% honest with you, and by the end of the conversation, you'll have gained no information.
Or nothing.
At 24.
It's a
Natural 20. Okay, so none of these look like the plant that you were looking for. No. That was a really high DC. None of these look like the plant you were looking for.
Okay.
Well
Do you
done.
convey this
I highly
information?
suggest we come back.
Guys, I don't see what we're looking for out here, and I'm just not getting really good. It doesn't feel right.
Well,
It
we've
doesn't feel right.
It
bailed
shouldn't,
for
because
less.
there are gonna be-
I will lead the charge back down the
We
stairs.
failed for less. I agree.
Yeah.
Going back down the stairs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to be here.
So not looting the place or anything, just booking it?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. So you head down the stairs, and you're back down in the crypt little stairway area. You've been to the door to the south. There's a door to your north, and then there is the door you came in,
Hey,
which is
I'm
in the wall. The wall has just opened up.
I will lead the charge back north, because fuck that place.
Yeah, there stands a wooden door in front of you. Moving Rhea.
A Taurus takes us to McDonald's. Where are we, a Taurus? We're at a magical place. A great place
Order
with a fun
Happy
playhouse.
Meal.
A place that has things.
Right.
There is stuff here.
Unless you'd like your soul consumed by shadows, we're better off leaving.
What the fuck is the name of the place at Taurus? It's named after a clown I once knew. I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to this door now.
Give me that sweet, sweet investigation.
Investigation.
It comes more from the player not knowing what he's talking about than the character.
Oh,
As you lean forward and listen to this door, you hear... I don't know if I can find it. I'm telling you, it was at Holdford Manor. He had found it somewhere below Perryville. I don't care what you've supposedly can't find again. You get your hands on it or I'll bury you with the rest. What do you expect me to do? I just can't conjure a flute out of thin air. I can't just divine and find the person. I don't even, the little girl is dead. From what I found, she's been dead for a long time. How the hell does a dead thing have the thing that he wants? Really? You're looking at me and asking how a dead thing can do... You fucking fool.
that's what I hear.
Yes.
So I
All
hear
right.
you're looking for a flute.
And we're going to end there
Did
and
you
start
go inside the room?
Yep.
next session with what's that word? Initiative roll is where we will start next session.
Yeah.
You open the door, since Ray, you don't have. I'm going to screenshot this so you can at least see the pretty art. So what you see as you enter the room is you recognize him, Nikki Foros, as Dr. Fuego, and a cloaked skeleton with a hat and wisps of blue ethereal energy kind of crawling out of the holes in the cloak and between the bones. And he's wielding this small quarterstaff, and around his neck appears to be some type of arcane focus. And we will pick up there next week.
Ooh.
Bum, bum, bum. And here's...
I just wanted to negotiate with desperate people, but
Here, I will put this in the general. Here you go.
I love that. Mwah.
The name of the place I could not remember was Shadowfell.
Oh yeah, if I would have told you, I didn't know if you could remember the Shadowfell. Yes, is where you're at.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was called. I was looking through the Discord chat you and I had.
Oh, okay. I honestly thought a Taurus just communicated like the she.
And if anybody wants to discern whether they know anything of the Shadowfell, you can roll me one final roll, an Arcana check, DC 16.
Is it about? Is the Shadowfell Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
Yes. I mean, it's not either one of those things, but it is two of those things.
Okay.
So.
You said Arcana?
Yeah. Oh. 14. So you've heard the name, but you don't quite know anything about it. Nikiforos, you know that this is there is the material world that you know it, that where you live. There is the Feywild, which is parallel to the material realm. It is a mirror image but vibrant. It is I think it's the right door of Sheogorath in Oblivion. So you've got the material world, and you've got this bright, vibrant world of the Feywild, which is still dangerous. And then you have the dark. The Shadowfell also mirrors the material world, but on the opposite side of the plane. It is a land of no color, a land of death, a place that corrupts souls that linger here for too long. There are, with the 22, there are cities here. There are people who live here. Good people. A lot of bad people. A lot of dead. This is the place of nightmares. And so that's where we will pick up next week. Bum, bum, bum. And thank you.
Although now I'm just talking pointless questions and riddles when people asking things.
I love it. Deflect. Deflect, but still inform. Thank you, everybody, for watching, hanging out, Potato Fam. It was wonderful to talk to you if you're still here, and we will be back next week and be watching for an announcement for us to run a little mini stream on Sunday evenings coming up soon. Should be really interesting, so check out Twitter or Discord. Hop in our Discord. It's fun. We like to talk dumb things and play Minecraft and stuff. So that being said, everybody have a wonderful night, and thank you very much for coming by.